The way you are just suits me to a T. A princess in a storybook, a king upon his throne. That's what we are, and you belong to me. I wouldn't change you if I could. I love you as you are. You're all that I would wish for if I wished upon a star. An angel sent from heaven. You're everything that's good. You're perfect just the way you are. I wouldn't change you if I could. Smile, I'd leave them as they are, and come what may, I'd never change a thing. And if I were a potter and you a piece of clay, the only thing I'd change would be your name. I wouldn't change you if I could. Just the way you are, I wouldn't change you if I could.
From the HEP Roofing Studios, we want to be your roofer. This is WDKW, Maryville, Knoxville, 95.7 Duke FM, your home for Maryville Rebels football. It's game day and time for Red Rebel football on the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week. If you have stuff that you want gone, give a buzz to Junk Be Gone.
He's going to go downfield. He's got a man. Touchdown, Rebels. Call the Maryville Fire Department. That boy's got a hose.
The excitement's up. I think we go for the win right here. I think we go for the touchdown, push it out a little bit.
It's going to be picked off. It's going to be picked off. House call for the defense. Touchdown, Rebels. Yo ho, yo ho, yo ho. How about them Rebels? Executing all three phases of the game, Wayne. Everybody stepping up. Pure leadership. Great outcome for the Red Rebels.
These fine young men are about to write another chapter in the storied tradition of Maryville High School football. So tell Mama and them to get set for the Maryville Top Shot pregame show. And look out, because here come those Rebels on your home for Rebel Radio, 95.7 Duke FM.
And good game day to you, and welcome to Rebel Radio live from the front porch here at Skeeter Shield Stadium as the Red Rebels look to rekindle the fire that delivered 6 straight victories heading into fall break. I'm Wayne Kaiser alongside Ben Metz, and we're excited to be home for the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week and the Maryville Top Shot pregame show. Science Hill has made the trek from Johnson City and totes a 6-1 overall record, 1-1 in Region 1 6A play, most recently beating Morristown East 45-0. The Toppers are coming off their open date as well. The Red Rebels open the homestand at 6-1 on the season, a squeaky clean 4-0 in region play, most recently turning up the heat in the mid-state and cooking the Cavaliers 35-0 in game number 7. That win secured program win number 874. Will the Red Rebels bring the old-fashioned Shield Stadium mystique to the mid-October tilt? Well, we're about to find out. But as we look to preview tonight's matchup, Mr. Metz, how about them Rebels?
The Toppers in town to face the mighty Red Rebels tonight as we honor the legend George Quarles, going with the melody from Alan Jackson. Rebels don't cry because heroes don't die. Science Hill is constantly reminded good always wins again and again, because here in the real world, we don't make it easy at all. Go Maryville, baby.
Yeah, here at the postseason proving ground, Shield Stadium, Jim Renfro Field, it's a place when the temperatures start dropping in the evening, it's time to turn up some big-time Friday night football. And, Ben, tonight's no different. Region 1 6A competition coming to town. Science Hill, the Hilltoppers, Coach Stacy Carter's bunch, red hot 6-1 on the season. They come to our place off a bye week. I think it's time for some real big football here at Skeeter Shield Stadium.
Yeah, Stacy Carter now in his 16th season. He's the winningest coach at Science Hill history, and he brings in a quarterback transfer named Lane Clement. He's made an immediate impact. He's thrown for over 1,100 yards and 12 touchdowns, a pretty decently high completion rate. That ground attack is going to be powerful tonight, but the Red Rebel defense has been unstoppable for majority of the season.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, but probably a key piece here in the pregame of this football game is where we're honoring Coach George Quarles. We've talked about it, Skeeter Shield Stadium, seeing a video that we were honored to be a part of. CJ put that together, but it talks about a really cool outcome that's going to be a forever future piece here on our campus. The opening of George Quarles Way.
Yeah, you can feel the history in the air, every cheer, every chant as this video is being played, just kind of echoing that legacy of 11 state titles, 250 wins that Coach Quarles compiled in his great career.
Yeah, 16 seasons of double-digit victories while he was at Maryville High School. 22 total years. He was at the helm for 16 of those. And, again, 250 victories, just 16 losses. Started his campaign here 10-7, Ben. Moved on from game 18 and won 97% of those games moving forward. 15 state championship game appearances, 11 gold balls came back to Lawrence Avenue.
Yeah, that's video game stuff, and it's how he went about it. You know, the student in the video talks about he's a perfectionist. He makes you practice so much, not that you don't make a mistake, it's that you become so good that mistakes aren't even capable of happening.
Yeah, the way the player put it was we didn't practice until we got it right. We practiced until we couldn't get it wrong. That's something you can carry into all facets of life, Ben. That's going to work in your career. That's going to work in being a father, being a good friend. I mean, all those things. Practice makes perfect. Doing the right thing it doesn't go out of style.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Well, it's been fun to watch this video. You look at it, looks like Coach Derek Hunt's kind of giving a little bit of montage here, but it's fun to really you kind of welcome back a legend here at Maryville High School. You talked about it, the winningest guy at Maryville High School, coach at Maryville High School, 250 victories, and the faithful are letting him hear it. They're definitely it's a standing ovation here at Skeeter Shield Stadium. I don't think he was expecting this.
Yeah, without a doubt, and everybody's standing, giving out an applause. You know, you can celebrate the greatness of the man, but also all the lives he's impacted during his career.
Yeah, you can tell his wife is impacted. She's wiping away some tears. But Coach Derek Hunt played and coached for George Quarles. Coach Brandon Waters played and coached for George Quarles. Mike White, Nick White, Joe Robinette, a lot of the staff that's here right now either played for, coached with, or coached against George Quarles. They understand what's standing at the 50-yard line on Jim Renfro Field.
It's definitely going to bring the energy tonight in a key matchup.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Well, we're gonna take part in some of this celebration. We're gonna take a quick break, let you hear from our head coach currently, Coach Derek Hunt. He talked about the big victory at Cookeville and then looked ahead to tonight's matchup with Science Hill. Also a nice ode to Coach Quarles on the back end of this coach's interview. Listen to Coach Derek Hunt's interview, brought to you by the great folks at Maryville Monument Company. Coach, welcome back. Big, long bye week, but before we get moving on past the break, congratulations on a huge victory leading into it over the Cookeville Cavaliers.
Yeah, thank you, Wayne. That was a fun one.
Coach, thought the Rebels definitely had a hard-nosed look at it and a shutout performance to head into the bye week. Talk to us about how you viewed the resolve that your team carried to the mid-state.
Yeah, it was a really good team win all the way around. Defensively, I thought we were pretty tough. We took their best punch early, and they got across midfield that first first drive and then turned it over on an interception. We kind of never looked back from there. I thought offensively we were really balanced, which was key, and was able to get Torrey Beaufort, going early as well. Moved the line of scrimmage. Cohen Babley got downhill quite a few times, and that was good to see.
Cohen definitely led the way in the rushing category, 13 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown, but another night where you had multiple people with double-digit yardage, carries, or receptions, 8 different people that had double-digit numbers. Very balanced approach there at Cookeville. 30 rushing plays, 177 yards, and 171 yards through the air. That has been something that week in and week out kind of fluctuates based on what defenses are giving us, but how important was it to kind of regain or kind of emphasize balance as you head into an open date?
Yeah, and Wayne, you're starting to sound like a coach now, buddy. We're going to take what the defense gives us, and that's key. And if you're one-dimensional, there's too many good coaches that we play on our schedule. They're going to figure you out. We take what they give us. It was nice to be able to get back to running the football with the type of urgency that we want to. Those things, they coexist. Throwing the ball on play action and the bootlegs, they all coexist with the run game. And so, we've got to be at our best. We've got to be able to do both well.
And we are absolutely clicking on all cylinders for sure. But defensively, one thing you weren't giving, you were taking away, was opportunities from the opposing offense. 40 total plays for 162 yards for the Cavalier offense. Talk to us about how that group really pressure in the backfield, all the things that took opportunities away from Cookeville.
Yeah, I think, anytime you can make the quarterback uncomfortable, that's going to play to your favor. I think that, Max Sear just had a great night and putting pressure on him. And, Dax Cole got home a couple times. And so, that was fun to see. Anytime you can make them get off schedule and then hopefully hold up on the back end. And we did against Cookeville, and that was great.
And Coach, 2 of 9 were the Cavaliers on 3rd and 4th down conversions. How important, obviously, to the health of your football team, but how important to the mental side of the team is it to finish off defensive drives right there, get off the field on 3rd and 4th down?
Well, it's huge. I mean, you look back at in any games that we've struggled on either side of the ball, or it's come down to 3rd down conversion rates. If you can get off the field on 3rd and 8, 3rd and medium, you've got a great chance of winning the game, honestly. And same thing goes on offense. If we can convert those 3rd and mediums to 3rd and shorts and maintain drives or even a 4th down, that's huge. So when you're able to do that, consistently well, you can really make it tough on another team.
Did that for sure. Hopefully a very restful week in the bye week and the fall break week. Nice to have those things together. But, Coach, one guy that I think had a great start to his fall break was Dax Cole. We kind of joked and coined the heavy package, the Dax pack, and it was on display in Cookeville. But he had a great night overall, had 11 total tackles, had a sack, a tackle for loss, a rushing touchdown out of the Dax pack. But talk to us about how good of a night, and for the better point, the better season he's had, being a big leader on defense.
He's had an incredible year and has definitely been the heart and soul of that defense, I would say. We've got so many good players on the defensive side for sure as well. But, Dax has kind of led the charge, I think, from a tackle standpoint and, kind of being our juice, so to speak, over there, especially at practice. And so he's such a good football player. We're just very fortunate he's on our team.
Yeah, so we'll be excited to watch him play the rest of this season and continue to add to what's been a great junior campaign. Love that we get him for another year. But, Coach, as we do and have to, we've got to turn it back to the next game this upcoming Friday night. When this airs, we'll be at Skeeter Shield Stadium for what I call the home stretch because we've been on the road so much. Back at home, back ready to play, and Science Hill, a Region 1 6A opponent, coming to our place. What have you seen from Coach Stacy Carter and the Hilltoppers?
Yeah, having a good year, 6-1, obviously, and they had a quarterback move in who's a good player. They have really strong front seven on defense. That's what gave us fifth last year in the first game against them as well. And, we expect them to be at their best for sure, I think, on the defensive front seven. And they've got 3 or 4 running backs that I think are all exceptional, and they'll mix it up. Straight drop back pass. They'll like to run the football. You'll see some different sets from Science Hill every year. Coach Carter mixes it up well, but he loves the 2 tight end set. And, that's something that you don't see a ton of anymore in high school football. You see it all the time. He'll get in 2 tight, which is called ace. And so that's something that we'll have to be ready for and have a plan for.
Coach, you had some practices during the fall break week, but do you feel like the bye week or the off week came at a good time for your football team from a health standpoint and then just a mental reset for this home stretch here?
Yeah, for sure. I think the mental reset was the biggest one, because you think about it, we've been going hard since early July. We had a little dead period break to split up June and July, and then we've been getting after it. So really, almost 3 months straight, and our guys needed it. There's no doubt about it. We needed a reset, needed a break, and so to be able to get away for a few days and not have to think about the grind of practice, I think was healthy and good for us.
So sometimes, coming off of bye week, you've had 2 weeks to prepare for your opponent, but in this scenario, both Science Hill and Maryville both had bye weeks leading into this Friday night's matchup. Does that kind of neutralize that advantage, or is it an advantage?
It can be. It can also hurt you. We've talked about this in the past, Wayne, where if you've got momentum, if you're playing really good football, the last thing you want to do is go on a bye week or an open week, So, even though we were playing well, I thought our football team needed a break, try to reset and get ready for, the backside of the season and hopefully a playoff run. But can't speak for Coach Carter and Science Hill, although I thought they were playing good. They're off a big win against Morristown East. But, yeah, to say if there was an advantage or not, that's tough to know, but I guess we'll find out on Friday.
Well, Coach, also to add to a big-time game, a home game, all the great things, is we're going to bring back a legend Friday night. We're going to bring back Coach George Quarles. 250-16 was his record while he was the head man at Maryville. You played for him, coached under him. What's it mean for Coach Quarles to be back at Skeeter Shields Stadium this Friday night?
Yeah, it's about time. Honestly, it's something I've pushed hard for a while, and obviously his schedule, coaching in the collegiate ranks, makes it hard, but at the same time, it's been 9 years, and to say that, we're grateful for what he's done for our community and this football program, doesn't do it justice. He means so much to me personally, but also to our school, and not that Maryville football wasn't good. Obviously, we won a championship in '98 and won multiple, in the 70s and 60s combined, but he definitely took it to a completely different level and did things that really probably will never happen again at a high classification, and the amount of games that he's won, it's just silly. And so he is a great mentor of mine and somebody that I look up to, not just from a football perspective, but as a husband and a father. And I'm just so excited to get to honor him Friday night.
It's going to be a great night for sure. Obviously, those that are at Skeeter Shields Stadium will get to see him in person, get to kind of watch some things I think that's prepared for him. But if you're listening on Duke FM and you're not able to be at Skeeter Shields Stadium, listen to this: 250 victories, 16 losses, 16 seasons with double-digit wins, 11 state championships, 15 state championship game appearances, and then if you look at it, just the countless number of young men developed into great community members for here and abroad. But it's good to have Coach Quarles back on campus.
Yeah. Can you believe he lost 4 state championships?
Here's the thing.
Hey, here's my favorite George Quarles stat. He started off 10-7 his first 17 games and ended up 250-16 is just incredible. The run that he had after first 17 games is incredible. It's video game-like, Wayne. It's video games.
Incredible for sure. Can't wait to lift up a great former Red Rebel. Coach, I know you continue to prepare for Friday night. We're going to let you get back to that. I know it's going to be a clinic-like performance as your Red Rebels hit Skeeter Shields Stadium. Home crowd's going to be great. Weather's kind of tipped to a little cool setting. It's time for end of season and playoff type football. Wouldn't want to be anywhere but Skeeter Shields Stadium. But thanks so much for the time.
Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate you.
This interview's been brought to you by the great folks at Maryville Monument Company. Jeff Wallace and his staff are there to serve you. Definitely appreciate what they've done in our community for more than 100 years. Let's take a break. Listen to these great sponsors. When we come back, more of the Maryville Top Shot pregame show right here on Rebel Radio 95.7 Duke FM.
Inspired by the heart of Italy, experience the Taste of Blunt award-winning The Italian Apron, where culinary passion meets timeless tradition. The Italian Apron is your premier destination for authentic Italian meals and homemade pasta. From bustling farmers markets to serene storefront shopping, The Italian Apron will bring you close to Italy's rich heritage and vibrant culture. Explore the convenience of shopping online or immerse yourself in the authentic Italian marketplace experience at La Cucina, The Italian Apron Marketplace in Maryville at 331 Whitecrest Drive. Join the Italian Apron community on Facebook and Instagram today.
Some call me renegade, the enemy. Put your hands up if you feel the same. Living life at the edge.
And welcome back to the Maryville Top Shot pregame show right here on Rebel Radio 95.7 Duke FM. What, again, just to recircle, if you're just joining us, Coach George Quarles is here tonight. Just unveiled the opening of George Quarles Way, which will be basically the path to the stadium, if you will, in between the auxiliary gym and the practice field. It's a great place to kind of leave his mark and to recognize a man that did so much for our school, our athletic program, and, of course, our football team. But George Quarles now, I guess, immortalized here at Maryville High School, George Quarles Way.
Definitely brought the electricity to the stadium, and I don't know if that's the crowd that's bringing the electricity or all these surge protectors in here, but everybody's ready for football tonight.
Yeah, it could be the Marching Red Rebels. They're out there doing great work, doing a good job, as they always do, Ben. But a great coach's show there with Coach Derek Hunt for sure. He always knows how to look just enough in the rearview mirror to learn from it, but look straight ahead forward at your next opponent. I thought he did that. He understands what Stacey Carter and the guys from Johnson City is going to bring here to Skeeter Shield Stadium, but he also understands his team has to do what they do, and the rest will take care of itself.
Yeah, Coach was proud of those guys in the trenches. Max Sear and Dax Cole combined for 3 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, and 23 solo tackles, collapsing the pocket and wrecking the offensive rhythm. That relentless pressure led to 2 interceptions on the back end. As that quarterback was forced to make mistakes, it really reminded me of that movie Jaws. You know, Cookeville was like Chief Brody and Quint watching the shark rise from the deep. They were simply said, "We need a bigger boat."
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They were the Cavaliers, but I don't know that they had a great captain when they saw the Rebels coming their way. They definitely they put up an early fight, and I think Coach talked about it, a huge swing there on their opening possession. But from that, they were able to be kind of taken care of from there. 35-0 was the victory there. But tonight, a whole different dynamic. You talk about Science Hill coming to town. They're 6-1 on the season, 1-1 in region play. So really haven't really scratched the surface of their region schedule here. But they have played enough to be in that 3 spot. So a playoff team, as it were, if it started today. So I think it's a whole different dynamic than what we saw out of the Cavaliers in the Mid-State.
Yeah, their playmaker is Malik Anderson. He's got 400+ rushing yards and 7 touchdowns. They also have 2 other backs that complement him very well, Ian Mathis and Aiden Perry. We saw a little bit of him last year. And like we said, their defense is very similar to ours from a turnover margin perspective. Both teams coming in +5 on the turnovers.
Yeah, I do want to give a shout-out. Looks like we're raising up breast cancer awareness here at Skeeter Shield Stadium. The pom-poms are pink and white. We've got some cancer survivors on Jim Renfro Field, so do want to lift up those that have been through that battle or going through that. Again, breast cancer awareness here in October.
Yeah, without a doubt, our thoughts are with you and your families.
Looks like we're having our moment of silence right now. We're about to have our national anthem, but when we're at home, we let the Marching Red Rebels take us through our national anthem. So I'm going to turn it over to them. Marching Red Rebels, Mr. Leichman, our head band director. And what a great job by the Marching Red Rebels, saluting America, those who serve and have served.
And what a great rendition. This past week on October 13th, we celebrated the 250th birthday of the United States Navy. Founded in 1775, honoring those men who served or are currently serving in the U.S. Navy along with all other branches of the armed forces. We thank you from Rebel Radio.
Yeah, as always, that's an every Friday night thing, but it's a Monday through Sunday type of appreciation for sure. But let's look at our starting lineup for tonight's matchup. This is going to be brought to you by Stevenson Tire Company right there in Eagleton off Broadway. Check them out. One of our oldest businesses in our community, but probably as deeply ingrained in our community as you'll find in Maryville. But we'll start on the defense. Defensive line will be number 11, Max Sear, a senior. Number 99, Mason Heltzel, a senior. And number 52, Ryan Henry, a senior. Linebacking core, number 2, Jackson Rutledge, a senior. Number 27, Dax Cole, a junior. Number 20, Mason Ball, a senior. And number 44, Wyatt Wilbur, a junior. Defensive backs, the corners will be number 7, Bryson Barrett, a senior. And number 8, Ivan Vananda, a senior. Our safeties will be number 17, Andrew Smith, a senior, and number 14, Chase Tucker, a junior. Ben, a defense that's been stingy, to say the least, will have their hands full tonight.
Cookeville never entered the red zone and turned the ball over twice thanks to interceptions by Andrew Smith and Wyatt Wilbur 2 weeks ago.
Our specialists for tonight, punt and place kicking, will be number 21, Hudson Jamerson, a senior, and number 35, Colin Stringer, a senior, will kick off and likely hit Cedar Street and the Dawn Story building. Offense tonight, the offensive front will be anchored by our center, number 70, Nick Henderlight, a senior. Our guards will be number 65, Gabe Skeeto, a junior, number 66, Landon Marcus, a junior. Our tackles will be number 55, Brody Smith, a senior, and number 56, Nash Stennett, a senior. Our wide receiving core, number 1, Torrey Beaufort, a senior, number 6, Colton Faust, a junior, and number 88, Julian Douglas, a junior. Our tight ends and running back will be number 21, Hudson Jamerson, a senior at tight end, and number 0, Cohen Babley, a senior at running back. Our quarterback tonight will be number 5, Will Jones, a junior, and our head football coach here in his 9th season, head coach Derek Hunt.
Offensively, quarterback Will Jones continued with that 80% pass efficiency, going 16 of 21 for 174 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Babley hit it on the ground game with 96 rushing yards and a touchdown. And how about Torrey Beaufort adding 80 all-purpose yards, including a rushing and receiving touchdown.
Yeah, and if you're wanting to follow along, if you've got some things you've got to get out on the road with tonight, if you can't listen on 95.7 Duke FM, follow us along on social medias, Facebook, X, Instagram, all those sources. But if you just want a one-stop shop, get the Maryville app, the Maryville Athletics app, and then go to the Fan Zone, and you can get all our social medias right there. So that's the easiest way to get to it. But, Ben, the biggest thing, we got to understand what Hippie sees as the opportunities or the keys to victory here tonight. Presented by Miss Donna Talent. Hippie, take it away.
Yeah, fellas, first thing for me tonight is take advantage of the offensive chances. We know Science Hill is going to want to try to limit the amount of possessions we get on offense. You know, they're going to try to muddy the box. So got to take advantage when we get that chance. And then secondly, we got to set the edge and prevent the big plays. We know they love to try to run outside. Set the edge, force it back in the middle, allow the gang tackles there and the cavalry to arrive. And then last thing, play penalty-free and don't retaliate. We know that they really like to try to get under your skin. They want you to retaliate. They want to get the 15-yard free penalties. Like I said, clean game. Another hopefully big Rebel victory tonight, fellas.
Hippie's keys are manufactured to perfection week in and week out. When you face Stacy Carter, Coach Science Hill team, you know you're getting passion and physicality. Last year in the second round of the playoffs, the Hilltoppers racked up 14 penalties for 154 yards. 11 of those came in the third quarter alone, totaling 104 yards. So far this season, Science Hill's been flagged 61 times for 510 yards, nearly double Maryville's stat line.
Yeah, it's a passionate fan base. I love that you use that term. Hippie, I think you hit it on the head. Clean football, passionate football is one thing, but letting it get out of hand is another. So, yeah, absolutely got to clean things up and take care of business from that side. The Red Rebels have made it onto the home sideline, so we'll get those uniform combinations out to you before we take our final break here of the Maryville Top Shot pregame show. If you look at it on the far side, Science Hill, the only color they brought to Maryville is going to be on the helmets. It's going to be white jerseys with yellow and maroon stripes front to back on the shoulder pads, maroon numerals trimmed in gold, white football pants, and that traditional Science Hill helmet, which is very similar to USC. It's going to be a maroon helmet, yellow face mask, interlocking SH on either side. The Red Rebels going to be in their beautiful all-black uniforms, black football pants, white and red stripes on either hip, black jerseys, red and white stripes vertical kind of on their side of their jerseys there. White numerals trimmed in red, a black football helmet with red Rebels script on either side. Beautiful combo here tonight.
Dressed to perfection for the Great George Corals tonight. The Red Rebels leave the red in the closet, and they're dressing for intimidation tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be basically all we write for the Maryville Top Shot pregame show. The band's going to exit Jim Renfro Field, and we're going to exit for our final break before kickoff. It's about 3 minutes till the top of the hour. We're going to take our final break. It's been a great Maryville Top Shot pregame show. You're listening to it right here on Rebel Radio 95.7 Duke FM.
Stevenson Tire, 3 generations serving Blount and surrounding counties for over 60 years. The friendly staff at Stevenson Tire is ready to assist you and get you back on the road quickly with the most trusted tire brands in the industry. Competitive prices, tire repairs too. Expect real hometown service at Stevenson Tire. The name to trust in East Tennessee is Stevenson Tire, 2411 East Broadway Avenue in Maryville. Online at StevensonTire.net or call 865-983-1621. Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5. Stevenson Tire.
Looking for your next flavor obsession? Say hello to REO Cheese Wagon, Maryville's gourmet grilled cheese legend and Taste of a Blunt award winner. Catch their food truck 7 days a week or swing by the cafe Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 429 West Broadway for the perfect breakfast, brunch, or lunchtime hangout. Sip on locally loved coffee and specialty teas and don't miss their new community event space, ready for your next gathering. Follow the Cheesy Magic on socials or visit reocheesewagon.com, where dreams are grilled to perfection.
For over 40 years, Roger L. Newman Company Heating and Cooling has been East Tennessee's trusted name and comfort. Right now, get up to $800 in rebates on high-efficiency heat pumps, plus 60 months of 0% interest financing. Want year-round peace of mind? Join their Service Plus Maintenance program for priority service and exclusive repair discounts. Call 865-982-5446. That's 865-982-5446. Or visit RogerLNewmanCompany.com. Roger L. Newman Company, locally owned, quality driven. That's 865-982-5446.
All roads lead to another road. Miranda Gage, Rebels, and Road. Oh, come on.
And welcome back to Maryville High School and the Maryville Top Shot pregame show right here on Rebel Radio 95.7 Duke FM. I'm Wayne Kaiser alongside Ben Metz. And Ben, a beautiful night for football. Sun setting behind us, a nice mix of clouds and a pretty, as I call it, cotton candy sunset just behind us, Ben. It's a beautiful night for football.
Comfortable weather. The home crowd is alive tonight. That flag's unfurled. No premier kickoff location tonight.
Well, when you're at home, I think it doesn't matter where the Rebels start. It's how they're going to finish here tonight. But the team captains here are for Science Hill will be number 3, Braden Austin, number 4, Tyler Holder, number 58, Trenton Hughes. And for the Red Rebels, number 9, Tyler Sigmund, number 17, Andrew Smith, and number 20, Mason Ball. Coin flip has been had. Science Hill did win the toss. They do want the football to open this matchup, Ben. It's about time for football.
Yeah, Andrew Smith got his 4th interception 2 weeks ago in the Cookeville game. He's been electric there in the back end.
Looks like deep for the Hilltoppers as they're in return formation already. Looks like it's going to be number 2. That's going to be Branson Newberry. And standing on the Maryville end zone, kind of on the goal line, I think that's number 17. That is going to be Marcus Jones, a sophomore.
Coach Carter is going to use multiple personnel groupings on offense, including some 2 tight end sets. He's got that quarterback, Lane Clement, a transfer from Wyoming. We talked about the 1,100 yards passing, how efficient he is with the ball. He has spread it out with multiple receivers with 200 yards and more, and you got to stop Malik Anderson at the line of scrimmage tonight.
Colin Stringer stepping it off. Red Rebels will kick toward Don Story Athletic Center, right to left on Jim Renfro Field. He'll approach. The kick is away, and it's football time in Maryville. And as Colin Stringer continues, he will knock it out of the back of the end zone, touchback, and Science Hill will bring it out to their own 20-yard line.
It's just become routine for him, just burying the ball in the back of the end zone. Good kickoff.
No time will move off the clock. And as you said, Lane Clement, the quarterback, a senior, will bring the Hilltoppers out for their first possession. They'll go left to right. They'll head toward Cedar Street. Clement will have one backer to his right hip pocket. That's going to be Ian Mathis, number 1. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's looking over the defense. The official is standing over the ball, so it's not a delay or a waiting game for Science Hill.
With this spread offense that Stacy Carter brings, it's going to be very important to get that pressure off the edge. Max Sear has continued to do that week in and week out. Hope to see it early in this ball game. Throw that timing off.
Looks like a lot of the players, just to kind of take off what we did in the pregame show, a lot of pink here tonight. Student section's actually a pink out. A lot of players with the gear, the gloves, the socks, the towels to lift up breast cancer awareness.
As I mentioned, Max Sear had 12 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks 2 weeks ago against Cookeville, and that's what created those interceptions by Wilbur and Smith.
I knew there would be some momentum killers in the game, Ben, but I didn't know it was going to be at the first play.
25-second clock.
Looks like the play clock is the issue. Thanks, Ken.
It's going to be interesting to see who they put in the backfield with the quarterback, and to start out, it's going to be that number 1, Ian Mathis, and he's got 40 carries on the year. He's another big back that they utilize with Nalik, Aiden Perry, and Kantai Harris.
Yeah, he's second on the team in yardage, second on the team in first downs gained. He's got 13 first downs. He's got a long of 40 yards, scored 3 touchdowns for the Hilltoppers. He's the senior. He's a guy that's probably a calming force in that offensive backfield. Looks like Mathis is the one that wants to know kind of what's going on, talking to the white hat here. Hippie, let's see you're closer. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, so it looks like there's just a play clock issue. I saw a ref running up there, so it looks like he's just now getting seated back in the booth, so hopefully he'll be ready to start soon.
Here we go. See, I knew you knew, Hippie. That's why we come to you. And it looks like he's going to step off the ball, and it's going to return to being football time in Maryville. Clement's going to take a shotgun snap. He's going to hand it to Mathis. Mathis going to try to go left, and he's going to be left at the 20-yard line. Pickup of 1 yard on the play.
Outside zone run, and it was read there by 27, Dax Cole. He gets to the edge and prevents him from getting any yardage.
2nd and 9. After all of the waiting, still 11:41 to go here in the first. They'll break a small huddle. Clement will bring them back to the line of scrimmage. Still 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Mathis will remain to the right hip pocket. Takes the shotgun snap, little right, and he's going to flip it out to the right. It's going to be number 17 with the catch. He's going to be pushed out of bounds, but not before he picks up, looks like 4 yards. He'll be pushed out at the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Initial block by Branson Newberry allowed him to get to the Maryville sidelines before he's eventually taken out by Bryson Barrett, number 7.
Marcus Jones, the intended receiver, and the catch. 4 yards on the pickup, 3rd and 5.
Very balanced offense, 1,100 rushing, 1,200 passing on the year.
They're going to flip it. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Mathis will be to the left hip pocket, so a mirror image of the previous 2 plays. Clement looks over the defense. Looks like straight-up defense by the Red Rebels. Clement looks, claps the hands, takes the snap. 2-step drop, looks to throw across the middle. Intended receiver makes the catch. It's going to be number 24, Nalik Anderson, the leading receiver on this Hilltopper team. Just gave them their first down.
Brought the blitz by Mason Ball, and you just are taught as a quarterback to throw where the blitz is coming from, and it was a deep post route there, caught and well covered there by number 8, Ivan Benanda. He gets credited for the tackle.
He's going to get up to the Hilltopper 39-yard line. That's where they'll have a 1st and 10. He's going to go under center. Clement's going to take the snap. Hands it to his backer yet again. He's going to get free. He's going to get through the 1st, 2nd level. And Ben, he's got some green grass. He's going to get across the 30 of Maryville. He's going to get across the 20. And we are going to tackle him inside the 20-yard line. But he ripped and gashed on that one. That's Nalik Anderson again.
Just ran right behind center, straight in between the hash, and eventually had to cut his way towards the Science Hill sidelines. Tackle made by number 17, Andrew Smith.
A lot of mud in that tackle box, Ben, but the 2nd level had some holes, and Nalik Anderson found it for 44 big yards on that rush. It's going to set up 1st and 10 Hilltoppers inside the Maryville red zone. Clement's going to step out into shotgun. He's going to have Anderson to his right hip. He's going to hand it to him yet again. He's going to get left, and he is not going to get the same advantage. He's going to pick up 2 yards, and he will be tackled at the 15. It's going to be 2nd and 7.
Credit number 44 there, Wyatt Wilbert, on setting the edge and not allowing him to get to that sideline to make the stop.
Looks like they're only going to give him a positive gain of 2 yards on that first down play. It'll be 2nd and 8. 10:04 to go here in the first quarter. Hilltoppers on their first possession have found something with Malik Anderson. Under center will be Clement. He's going to take the snap. Now he's going to look to roll the pocket to the right, and he is going to have some green grass himself. He's going to get across the 15 and get to the 10 and step out of bounds. It's going to be near. It's going to be a good pickup there, but will produce a third down. They're going to say that's going to be a 5-yard pickup. A lot of running for just 5 yards, Ben. It'll be 3rd and 2 upcoming.
Misdirection play heads towards the Maryville sidelines and chased out of bounds there by number 11, Max Sear. Credit the coverage in the back end there by number 17, Andrew Smith, not allowing anything to open up back there.
9:47 to go here in the first quarter. Science Hill had a small huddle. Now they'll break it. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Ian Mathis back in it. Running back, he'll be to the right hip. Clement's going to take a high snap. Now he's going to look to throw right. He's going to get it to Anderson, and Anderson is going to dice and dive. He's going to get the first down inside the Maryville 5-yard line down to the 3. It's been a Hilltopper drive, Ben, but it's been a Malik Anderson drive. He is the difference in this ball game so far.
Just a real quick hitch right at the top there and really planted that right foot and pushes his way back. Gets enough separation to make that catch. Gang tackle by the Red Rebels. Number 44, White Wilbur, leading the charge.
1st and goal, Hilltoppers. They'll be on the Red Rebel 3-yard line. Clement in shotgun. Looking to get the hard count. And looks like they will get it. Let's see if they call it against us or against the Hilltoppers. Hippie, I'm going to come down to you on that one.
Yeah, so it looks like it was offsides on Maryville.
That's going to be a penalty explanation brought to you by Underground Connection, Inc. That is going to get that's going to net about 1.5 yards, Ben. It was on about 1 yard, because it was on the 2-yard line. We'll call it on the long one.
Might owe one to the old swear jar on that one, buddy.
Clement's going to be in shotgun. Ian Mathis to his left hip. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to hand it to Mathis. Mathis going to go to the right side. He's going to dive for the end zone, Ben, and he's going to score.
Yeah, outside run there towards the Maryville sideline, able to make a cut. Gets the touchdown.
With 9:01 to go here in the first quarter of play, Hilltoppers on the board first, 6-0. Again, Ben, just Ian Mathis was the finisher, but Malik Anderson was the playmaker that got them down the field.
Yeah, he had the 20-plus yard run right down the middle of the field, and then he had the hitch inside the 5 to get the first down. That set up the touchdown by Mathis.
Cotter Lockman will look to add the PAT. Number 14, Levi Torbett, will be the holder. He'll kick it up and true. Lockman's good. And with 9:01 to go here in the first quarter, Red Rebels trail for the first time in a long time, 7-0 against the Science Hill Hilltoppers. We'll be right back. You're listening to Rebel Radio on 95.7 Duke FM. Whether it's Friday Night Lights or Saturday Showdowns, Blount County knows that Windy City Grill is your game time headquarters for big time flavor with a Chi-Town twist. Stop by and fuel up with their top shelf wings, burgers, Chicago-style dogs, or that mouth-watering Italian beef sandwich. Bring the whole crew out to 2641 US 411. Proud supporters of Maryville High School athletics. That's Windy City Grill, a taste of Chicago with a little Southern charm. And welcome back to Maryville High School Rebel Radio for the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week, 95.7 Duke FM. With 9:01 to go, Ben, Science Hill takes the lead here at Skeeter Shield Stadium, 7-0 over our homestanding Rebels.
Yeah, and the lead gets that 44-yard run, longest run against the Red Rebels this season. But don't forget, last week Barrett did something very similar on the first drive, and then he only ran for 13 more yards the rest of the game. Coach Hunt credited that to the adjustments made by the defensive front. I have faith in the defense, buddy.
Yeah, Coach Stacy Carter, a well-designed first scripted drive. But again, you've got to do that over and over and over against this defense. And so we'll see how the Rebels respond. Looks like number 37, Lockman, will get right back out there to work. He's going to be the kick-away guy for the Hilltoppers. They're going to kick left to right here at Skeeter Shield Stadium. Looks like deep for the Red Rebels will be number 0, Cohen Babley, number 1, Torrey Beaufort, and number 6, Colton Faust. And again, we're waiting to kick this one away. And Ben, I don't know. I think, We'll just see how the rest of the game plays out. But that delay to open this game, I think it sucked a little bit of momentum out of both teams.
Well, we're used to not stopping clocks in this stadium. The clocks are used to running at all times.
That's fair. Lockman will now approach. He'll kick it away. Let's see if he gives Torrey an opportunity to get it. He will not. And looks like Faust is going to get it. He's going to get it inside the 10-yard line, goes ahead and gets across the 25. And he is going to get out to the 27-yard line. That's where the Red Rebels will take over 1st and 10.
Tried to work his way back towards that right hash. He was heading down the Science Hill sidelines, cuts back, tackle made. Ronan Bishop, number 47.
Did you see Colton almost pitch it back to Beaufort?
Yeah.
He thought about it for a half second. Didn't do it. Got a good return on that. Good job, Colton.
Yeah.
8:54 to go here in the first. Rebels trail, but getting their first crack at it on offense.
That's like trying to shuck an oyster with a butter knife. You might end up with a mangled manicure if you toss it back in that situation.
I'll take your word for it. Will Jones going to step back into shotgun. Cohen Babley to his right, and looks like this is going to be a little bit of a busted play. They'll finally blow it dead. We're going to see, is that false start or is that going to be offsides against? Looks like we're backing up, Hippie. Is it against us?
Yeah, it was a false start over on the left side.
It's going to be a false start against the Red Rebels. So what was 1st and 10 from the 27 will be 1st and 15 from the 22. That penalty explanation brought to you by Underground Connection, Inc.
Unfortunate start there on these pre-snap penalties. That flag came in from the line judge here.
Yeah, it kind of took him a minute to blow the whistle. The flag was quick. The whistle, not so much. Will's going to be in shotgun formation. Straight behind him will be Cohen Babley. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Will Jones looks over the defense. He's going to take the shotgun snap. Play action. Flips it out to Beaufort. Beaufort's going to cut it back inside. He's going to be caught and picked up. And he is going to be thrown down. He's going to pick up maybe a yard, Ben, but not, or actually he's going to pick up 6 yards. All of the penalty yardage and 1 more.
Good read and adjustment there by Will Jones. The secondary took about 5 steps back, gave about 10 yards worth of cushion. So he just gets that quick route out. Tackle eventually made by number 9, Hayden Smith.
2nd and 9 upcoming. 8:26 to play here in the first quarter of play. Rebels trail 7-0 against Science Hill. Cohen Babley straight behind Will Jones again in shotgun. A stack set to the right and a little bunch set to the left. Now he's going to hand it off to the backer. Cohen's going to cut back to the middle of the field, spin off the first guy, pummel the second guy, and pick up 8 big yards, Ben. He made the defender pay for that one.
Yeah, after the spin move, he just drops his shoulders and takes number 90 there, Hayden Cox. Puts him on his back, eventually taken down by the Toppers.
3rd and 1 upcoming, 8:04 on the clock and rolling. And it will be, actually, they're going to give him the forward progress. That was a late signal, but they're going to say a fresh set of downs. A Twin City certified first down on the Cohen Babley abusing play. Will Jones in shotgun. He's going to adjust a little bit over the defense. Now he's going to stack and move Jamerson and Max Sear to the left side. A jumbo, to say the least, set to the left, dual backs. He's going to put Torrey Beaufort in motion. Now he's going to hand it to Babley. Babley goes straight ahead forward. He is going to be hit and spun around and thrown down, but not before he picks up 3 nice yards. He's going to get across the 40-yard line, near the 42, actually, of the Red Rebels.
Little deception there in the backfield. Fakes it towards Beaufort, who heads towards the Maryville sidelines, runs right down the middle. Tackle made, number 9, Hayden Smith.
They'll give him a full 4-yard pickup on the play, forward progress. It'll be 2nd and 6. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Will Jones continues to have Babley directly behind him. 1 receiver out wide right. That's going to be Beaufort, and a stack set to the left. Douglas, Max Sear, and Hudson Jamerson. He's going to take the shotgun snap, looks left, wants to throw left. Now he's going to uncork it, has a man downfield. Julian Douglas in and out of his hands. Intended for number 88, was going to get into Science Hill territory down near the Science Hill 30-yard line, but it's going to go through his hands, incomplete. It's 3rd down.
15-yard corner route by Julian Douglas, and had the pass protection up front to make that pass and catch. Just not able to execute there.
Yeah, I was about to say, great protection there for Will Jones. Didn't have to step up in the pocket, didn't have to take a deep drop. Great protection by the men up front. Just incomplete there. Got a snap and clear. 3rd and 6 upcoming. 6:44 to go here in the first quarter. Will Jones cleans his hands. He'll wait for the shotgun snap. He's going to put Beaufort in motion left to right. Now play action. Now he's going to flip the pocket to the right. Will's going to take the football himself. He's going to get across the 45-yard line, and that's where he'll be taken down. There's a flag on the play, Ben, so it could net us a little bit more yardage. Let's see what the call is. Hippie, what do you got?
Yeah, I think they're going to try to get Maryville right here for a personal foul. Sideline warning actually on Maryville.
That's unfortunate. You know, there was 2 reads on that play after he snapped it. The first read was Beaufort was out in the perimeter near Nalik Anderson, number 24. Nalik played his coverage very well, and the option was you could dump it to Beaufort or you could tuck and run. I think Will made the right choice there, just unable to get the big yardage for the first down.
Yeah, looks like the sideline warning. Looks like they're going to decline that. Hippie, confirm that for me.
Yeah, so it's just the first warning, so it's just a warning. Of course, the second will be a 15-yard penalty.
So the first one, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So Jamerson will come in to punt this one away. So, again, a big stop there for Science Hill's defense on Maryville's first possession. Jamerson will get a nice kick or get a nice snap. He'll kick it away, and it will be fair caught at the topper 20-yard line. That's going to be number 2. That's going to be Branson Newberry. Ben, again, big sequence there. Hilltoppers get off the field on 3rd down, but they do get backed up, courtesy of a Hudson Jamerson punt.
Yeah, we had some opportunities there, just didn't execute. The corner route and the pass protection was there for Julian Douglas. He wants that one back. Will Jones wants that one back. You got to just flush it and go on to the next series.
Yeah, 6:04 to go here in the first quarter, so still a ton of football left to be played. And there's a couple things in that drive that was not Science Hill induced. It was Maryville induced. So very much things that can be corrected. Clement's going to step back out there and must be part of the offense. They're going to stand over the ball.
Well, this is what they're doing. They're going to run these bunch formations with multiple tight ends, 11 or 12 personnel set, and they're really going to try to pack that tackle box and then open up on the corner routes for the pass or drive it down the middle on the run.
So they're rotating a lot of kids in and out to be first down. I don't know if they ran out the wrong 11 or what the deal is. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to have Mathis directly behind Clement. Now he's going to get the football. He's going to try to find green grass, and he's going to find about 1.5 yards max, and he's going to meet Max Sear.
Well, Max Sear stepped up right there in the back pocket there, and he was able to collapse it and just take down the running back.
It is going to be 2nd and 8. They'll give him 2 yards forward progress. But yeah, courtesy of Max Sear kind of finding him as he's trying to sneak through there.
Did a really good job keeping that outside leverage, not allowing him to come to that edge and making the tackle.
Similar formation. Mathis will step up to the left hip pocket. Clement takes the shotgun snap. Looking right, going to throw right. He's going to get it to Branson. That is going to be Branson Newberry, and he's going to get near the first down marker. They'll give him the 30-yard line. Call a first down, Science Hill. Just a nice throw and catch. A lot of cushion there from the Rebel defense.
Back right shoulder catch. He got the separation. Tackle made by number 8, Ivan Vananda.
They're going to check in number 24, Nalik Anderson. I'm not sure he doesn't have his own spy here tonight, as he definitely made an impact in the first drive. 5:04 to play in the first quarter. Rebels trail 7-0. They're going to hand it off to Mathis. Mathis going to go off right guard. He's going to spin move, go ahead forward across the 35. He's going to get it out to the 36-yard line. It's going to be a nice pickup of 7 there for the Toppers. That's going to be 2nd and 3.
That was an inside zone run there in between the right guard and right tackle, able to work his way upfield a little bit. Chase Tucker comes down from his perch, and he makes the tackle.
Definitely saw some motion get over there on the Nalik Anderson side. Allowed some opening there for Mathis. Clement's going to take the shotgun snap. Mathis with the football yet again. He's going to get out of a shoelace tackle, but not the second. He'll pick up a yard, but it'll be 3rd and 2.
Good work in the gaps, and this one gets credited to Mason Heltzel. He's really been coming on the past couple weeks and does an excellent job shutting down those gaps up front.
It's going to be 3rd and 2 upcoming. Ball's on the Topper 38-yard line. They'll need the 40 for a first down. Watch a play action. They've used Mathis the last 3 plays. See if he gets a little decoy work here on 3rd down. Clement's going to look over the defense, takes the shotgun snap. No, they're going to hand it to Mathis. He's going to get wide. He gets the 40-yard line, gets the first down, and pushes ahead forward to the Topper 44-yard line. Pickup of 6 on that third down.
Able to seal that edge, and number 44 had to come over from his spot and make that tackle. That's Wyatt Wilbur.
3:46 to go here in the first quarter. Rebels trail 7-0. Science Hill with the football on their second possession. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Mathis offset left. Clement with the shotgun snap. He's going to look left. Now he's going to throw it to Branson Newberry. Newberry with the football. He's going to get free. He's going to get in green grass. He's got to get caught. And Dax Cole is going to chase him down and drag him down, but not before he rips the defense yet again down to the Maryville 20-yard line.
Yeah, good block by the Toppers out there in that perimeter to allow the receiver to work his way downfield. And how about the relentless effort by Dax Cole to chase down the receiver and make the tackle?
Yeah, relentless is a great word. They're actually going to credit him the 18-yard line. It's going to be a 38-yard reception there by Branson Newberry. Hilltoppers cooking here early. Clement's going to go under center. He's going to kind of lose his footing, hands it to Nalik Anderson, and that play is going to be read well, and it is going to be a no gain.
This ran into a brick wall there. Number 11, Max Sear, led the charge. It was cleaned up by number 52, Ryan Henry.
Looks like they're actually going to say forward progress stopped at the 19. They're going to say a 1-yard loss. 2nd and 11. Ball at the Rebel 19-yard line. Time for the defense to stand up. Clement under center. He's going to hand it to Anderson again. Nalik Anderson with the football, and he's going to push ahead forward. He's going to get inside the Rebel 15, down to the Rebel, looks like maybe the 13-yard line. That will not be enough for a first down, Ben. It'll be 3rd and short, 3rd and medium.
Yeah, working his way in between the center and right guard there. Just clogged up those gaps nicely. Number 51 for the Red Rebels in on that tackle. That's Quincy Prigmore.
Looks like Nalik is going to get up a touch gingerly. Jersey in all kinds of trouble. But he's going to stay into the game. He's going to spread out wide right. Clement's going to be staring at a 3rd and 5 upcoming. Big play for the defense. Clement's going to take the shotgun snap. He's going to hand it to the backer. And Ian Mathis is going to get away from the first guy, but not the Calvary.
What? Wilbur goes, sop, choppy, burr, baby.
And a huge defensive play right there is going to net negative yardage. It is going to be a -3 on 3rd down. It's going to set up 4th.
Tried to spin his way towards the outside lines, get towards that Science Hill sideline. Wyatt Wilbur right there waiting on him.
Looks like Carter Lockman will jump out to attempt what looks to be a 33-yard field goal attempt. He'll kick it from the Red Rebel 23-yard line.
2 of 4 on the year.
And the hold will be made. Kick is up, a spinning kick, and it is going to be up and true. Carter Lockman with the ice in his veins knocks it up and good. And with 1:15 to go here in the first quarter of play, Toppers 10, Red Rebel 0. You're listening to Maryville Red Rebel football on the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week, 95.7 Duke FM.
Locally owned Barnett Roofing, your hometown roofer for 20 plus years, serving all of Maryville and surrounding areas. Certified as a GAF Elite Master Roofing Contractor, Barnett Roofing continues its reputation for attention to detail, fast service, and unmatched professionalism while offering you affordable roofing solutions. Call Barnett Roofing for free roof inspections, roof repairs, or to compare any quotes. Barnett Roofing, proudly serving their friends and family in Maryville and Blount County. The most affordable and dependable roofing company in the area, Barnett Roofing.
And welcome back to the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week, 95.7 Duke FM. The sun is fully set here at Skeeter Shield Stadium. The lights fully on. A 10-0 advantage for Science Hill, a deficit that the Red Rebels haven't seen here in 2025.
Yeah, that drive right there was defined by the Branson Newberry 38-yard pass and catch out in the perimeter, able to work his way downfield, and Lockman gets the field goal.
Yeah, splash plays. They've got a total of 32 now on the season. We'll see if we can't make one of our own. Torrey Beaufort's going to get the squib kick at the 5-yard line. He's going to cut back inside, and he's going to be chopped down at the Rebel 25-yard line. That's where they'll take over 1st and 10.
I think number 19 there, their lead tackler, Darren Hill, took the brunt of that tackle.
Yeah. Here's the thing. There's not a lot of Torrey Beaufort, but what he has gets in motion and gets at a high volume. 1:09 to play here in the first quarter of play. Toppers up 10-0. Red Rebels with their second offensive attempt. Last one was a kind of a miscue, led to a punt. Allowed Science Hill to get their second opportunity at points. Will Jones going to have an empty backfield. Trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Looks over the defense. Now he's going to put a man in motion. Torrey Beaufort's going to stack up to the left side. 3-step drop, looking. Now he's going to flush the pocket to the left. Will Jones going to look to throw it to Beaufort. Beaufort gets the football, steps out of bounds, but not before he picks up a Twin City certified first down to the Red Rebel 36-yard line.
Designed 10-yard out route. Braden Austin was in zone coverage as the backer, and it was recognized by Beaufort. So he takes a couple steps backward, gets enough space away from the backer to make the pass and catch.
Yeah, good patience there by Will Jones to make a good read, good throw, and Beaufort with the good catch. It's going to be Babley straight behind Will Jones. He's going to have a stack set to the right, one to the left. Now a pitch play is going to go to Beaufort, or Babley. Babley's going to get inside. Now he's going to kick it out to the hash mark, piles ahead forward, and they'll give him they're going to say the 39-yard line, so it's going to be a pickup of 3 on first down, Ben, 2nd and 7.
Number 19 there was able to set the edge for the Toppers. Darren Hill unable to bust out and make a big run out of that play, but got some positive yardage. Let's build off of it.
Under a minute to play here in the first, 54.4 seconds, and the Rebels want to get on the board. Again, not give that, encouraged offense for the Hilltoppers another look at it. Hippie, looks like we're backing up. What's going on down there?
Yeah, I think they caught a illegal motion on Maryville. Yeah, legal procedure on Maryville.
And that penalty, that explanation is going to be brought to you by Underground Connection, Inc. Kind of a late flag there, bud, but anyway, it's going to march off. It's going to negate the yardage, the positive yardage. The only positive of it is that it happened on first down. It's 1st and 15.
Got to try to work your way back to the original spot of the ball here.
It's going to be Babley directly behind Will Jones, a heavy package bunch on both sides. Now Will's going to look left, now throws left, gets it to Jamerson. Jamerson's going to try to create some contact. He will, and he'll fall ahead forward. He'll pick up the penalty yardage, and looks like maybe one more. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Good play call there by Coach Hendricks and Coach Hunt, able to work their way back to the original ball spot. 2nd down, now you're in a manageable situation. Tackle there by number 5, Keenan McInturf.
Play clock's off. Game clock at 14. We'll see if we get another play off before we go to the second quarter. Will's looking over the defense. Beaufort to his right hip. 7 seconds. Looks like we're going to play it. 2 seconds, 1 second. Here's the snap. Now he's going to look to flip it. Now he's going to look to throw downfield. Julian Douglas with the catch, and he's going to get into Topper territory. He's going to get down to the Hilltopper 40-yard line as time expired in the first quarter. Got his next Twin City certified first down. What a throw, what a catch.
Had 3 defenders in the area, and he gets on a scissor lift and makes a nice catch there for the Red Rebels.
At the end of one, a splash play for the Red Rebels. We'll head to the second quarter with a fresh set of downs. Rebels with another Twin City certified first down. Let's take a break. Listen to one great sponsor. You're listening to the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week on 95.7 Duke FM.
Maryville Top Shop is your local source for just about every countertop you can imagine. You must see their new 12,000 square foot indoor slab warehouse to believe it. Maryville Top Shop is your one-stop shop. Get everything you need for the install. An East Tennessee leader in making your dream kitchen and baths a reality. Multi-generational and family-owned since 1986 with a dedicated team of design experts to guide you through your personalized experience. Discover Top Shop before you buy anywhere else. You'll be glad you did. Visit MaryvilleTopShop.com. Proudly offering well-worn cabinets.
Gladiator, 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 fit to fight with the gods on the giant slave.
And welcome back to the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week, 95.7 Duke FM. At the end of one, Science Hill leads the Red Rebels 10-0 here at Skeeter Shield Stadium. Ben, I don't think that any of us expected this, but again, the fight of the Rebel offense shown on the final play of the first quarter. Big throw and catch, big time catch there by Julian Douglas, 29 yards on the reception to set up a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, Will Jones is unflappable and very decisive on that quick release to Julian Douglas. Multiple defenders in the area, but his confidence on that pass and catch really brings a lot of promise going into the second quarter.
End of quarter stats brought to you by His Ground LLC. 8 plays for 62 yards for a Red Rebel, 17 plays for 142 for Science Hill. Will Jones back in it, takes the shotgun snap. Now he's going to flush it out to Max Sear. Max going to get a head forward. He's going to get some yardage and a shoelace tackle. All that's between him and 6, and he's going to pick up maybe 3.5. Call it 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
That play's been very successful for the Red Rebels this season. A little slip screen, dumps it over the pass rush. Eventually tackle made, 24, Malik Anderson.
At the end of one quarter, Ben, Science Hill 71 rushing yards on 12 carries, 71 passing yards on 5 of 5 passing. They've got it going inside out. Rebels 3 carries for 16 yards on the ground, 4 of 5 passing for 46 yards.
Well, we talked about their balance attack at the pregame show. They have the ability to throw to multiple receivers, spread the ball a little bit, and then they're very excited. Coach Carter's excited about these running backs, but there's going to be adjustments. We're ready.
Absolutely. End of quarter stats brought to you by His Ground LLC, and with 11:45 to go here in the second quarter, looks like we're standing on the ball again. Second down, 7 yards to go. We'll get some individual stats out from the end of the first quarter. Cohen Babley leading the way rushing for the Red Rebels. 2 carries for 13 yards. Will Jones 1 for 3. Will Jones 4 of 5 passing, 46 yards. The long to end the first quarter that's going to go to Julian Douglas. That one catch is his lone catch of the night, 1 for 29. Torrey Beaufort 2 for 17 yards. Hudson Jamerson 1 pump for 35 yards. And then kickoff returns. We've had the opportunity to return those. Science Hill just with some good coverage units.
Yeah, starting out a little bit like that Farragut game where all the attention from Carter's defense is going on Beaufort. And if you recall in that game, Julian Douglas had 4 receptions, 85 yards, and 3 touchdowns just in the second quarter. So starting to attack Julian Douglas if they're going to put all the attention on Beaufort.
Well, and it looks like he's trying different. That was a Max Sears first catch of the night. You've seen Beaufort with the football, Babley with the football, Julian Douglas with the football. I think you're going to continue to see more inputs into this offense. Now they'll get it set right. Will Jones will get back in shotgun. Babley directly behind him. It's going to be 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Beaufort's going to go in motion left to right, gives it to Babley. Babley's going to try to get wide. He's going to continue to get wide, and they are going to get upfield on us, and it's going to be no gain on the play. 2nd and 7 turns 3rd and 7.
Single back formation, bunch formation, works his way towards the Science Hill sidelines. Tackle made, number 19, Darren Hill.
They're going to give us a 1-yard loss on that one, actually, Ben. It'll be 3rd and 8. 10:57 to go here in the second quarter play. Rebels trail 10-0 against Science Hill. Colton Faust kicks out wide right. 2 receivers to the left. Babley directly behind Will Jones in shotgun. Jamerson stacked up to the right side of the formation. Will clean his hands. Waits on the shotgun snap. Now he'll put a man in motion. Beaufort's going to go in motion left to right. Nobody picks him up. Now Will's going to throw it down. It's going to be Julian Douglas. Gets the first down, gets some more, and he'll get out of bounds. But not before he moves those sticks. A Twin City certified first down to the Hilltopper 27-yard line.
Well executed run. He gets right to the first down marker, comes back on that hitch route. Good pass and catch. First down, Red Rebels.
Yeah, keep your eye on that Beaufort motion, though. Both times he's winning motion left to right. No one's went with him. They do that too many times. That's going to be an easy button. 10:27 to go here in the first half. Toppers 10, Rebels 0. Will Jones in shotgun. Similar formation stack to the right side. Will's going to hand it off to Babley. Babley's going to pick and choose. He's going to get ahead forward, get across the 25-yard line, and he'll be stood up and dropped. They'll say the 24-yard line. It's going to be a nice pickup on first down.
Working those tough yards right there, eventually tackled by number 1, Ian Mathis.
Looks like there's going to be a topper down after that play. Good run there by Babley. Hippie, what do you see down there?
Yeah, so got on by his own player.
Looks like he got rolled up on. That's going to be number 90 for the Hilltoppers, Hayden Cox. He's a starting defensive lineman, a senior. I never wish anything bad for any of those players, but as he's getting attended to by his medical staff, we're going to step away, take a Lee Franks of Volunteer Home Mortgage timeout. You're listening to Rebel Radio and the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week as the Rebels trail the Hilltoppers 10-0 here in the second quarter on 95.7 Duke FM.
Yep, it's that time once again. It's football time in Tennessee. Hello, friends from Twin City Certified Used Cars, Trucks, and SUVs. If you're in the market for a like-new pre-owned vehicle, let Smiley Riley and Twin City Certified in Maryville be the choice. Over 600 pre-owns to choose from. It's auto buying made easy. 865-980-2600 or click TwinCityCertified.com. Twin City Certified in Maryville. It's the quality you deserve.
Ain't going down till the sun comes up.
And welcome back to Rebel Radio 95.7 Duke FM. And quickly back after he gets up and gets off the field on his own power, we're going to quickly run it with Cam Porter. We're going to go off left guard, pick up a couple. It's going to set up 3rd and 5.
Tried to work his way towards the edge, made a cut as soon as he got past that 25-yard line, and eventually taken down by number 9, Hayden Smith.
Cam's going to check out. Babley will check back in. Again, ball's on the Hilltopper 22-yard line, Ben. Likely 2 downs to get 5 yards. We'll see how we play it. Will Jones in shotgun. He'll have Babley directly behind him, 2 receivers to the right, and a stacked-up Jamerson to the right. He's going to look over the defense. Now he's going to take the shotgun snap. Looks right. Now he's going to throw right. Douglas with the catch, and he's going to fall ahead forward inside the Topper 15 down to the 12, and he'll move those chains, Ben. First down, Red Rebels, inside the Boyd Firm red zone. A Twin City certified first down.
Nice pass and catch in between the hash there. They're going to take advantage of all that coverage out in the perimeter, and number 9, Hayden Smith, makes the tackle on the drag route.
You talk about good hands there. Missed the first catch, Julian Douglas, and he's made some big ones as we've moved into this second quarter. 8:55 to go in the first half. Rebels still on the march. Will Jones going to put Beaufort in motion behind him, right to left. Takes the shotgun snap, now flips it to Beaufort. Beaufort's going to look, tries to get ahead forward. He's going to get to the 5. He's going to get to the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-ho.
Torrey Beaufort hit the gas at the 8. The tires quit spinning at the 4, and he put 6 points on the board with 8:42 to go in the second quarter.
That drive had a lot of character. It started with Julian Douglas able to make some big catches, the fade route before the start of the second quarter, the back-to-back hitch routes. Great effort by Beaufort on a couple of plays there. Finishes it off with a big touchdown.
And with 8:42 to go in the half, the Denso scoreboard now reads the Toppers 10, the Rebels 6. Hudson Jamerson on to attempt the PAT. Cohen Babley will be the holder. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. And it's in Cedar Street. It's good. And the scoreboard now reads Toppers 10, Rebels 7. 8:42 to go here in the second quarter. Life is breathed into the Rebels. You're listening on 95.7 Duke FM.
Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply with all the tools and equipment you could need for your lawn care. It's time to plan for fall, and their staff has the knowledge to get you the right products for your lawn, including proven turfgrass technology, tall fescue blend, custom organic blends, and more. And don't forget that fall fertilizer. When it comes time to cut that new lawn, Dickens Supply has the top brands you trust, including Wright Mowers, Echo, Ferris Mowers, and Red Max Power Equipment. Use what the pros use. Shop Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply in Knoxville, Maryville, and Dickens' new location on Emory Road in Powell. Online at DickensSupply.com.
From the HEP Plumbing Studios, we want to be your plumber. This is WDKW, Maryville, Knoxville, 95.7 Duke FM. Your home for Maryville Red Rebel Athletics.
Rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling.
And welcome back to the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week, 95.7 Duke FM. And with 8:42 to go, the first El Jimador touchdown of the night makes the Denso scoreboard read the Toppers 10, the Red Rebels 7. Colin Stringer is on to kick this one away. The Roger L. Newman kickoff after a 10-play, 75-yard, 4 minutes, 33-second time of possession drive that ended in a Torrey Beaufort touchdown.
Well, that drive right there, you got a good glimpse of why coming into this game, almost 1,700 yards passing to the opponent's 700. Very efficient offense.
Colin Stringer is going to kick this one near the end zone. Looks like it's going to be returnable from the 1-yard line. Branson Newberry with the football, and he is going to get ahead forward. Flag will be thrown, but he will get ahead to the 25-yard line. Hippie, that's in the neighborhood of some holding.
Yeah, that was an easy one. There was a block in the back when he tried to make his cut. One of the Science Hill player pushed Maryville that was about to make the tackle in the back.
Yeah, that's what I meant, Ben.
Yeah,
that's a penalty explanation brought to you by Underground Connection, Inc.
Yeah, he got to that 10-yard line and made a really aggressive cut straight towards the Maryville sidelines, and you'll see that block in the back every single time.
Yeah, and it's tough on the up man. It's not an egregious play. It's not anything that they're trying to hurt anybody. It's literally he was going one way and then he shifted, and it kind of changed the rush play, the rush lane. And so they're going to continue to back up. It's going to be a spot foul, so they will start this drive at their own 9-yard line, Ben. That's a huge change from their own 26.
Got to bring the pressure here with that short field in the backfield.
Juice came from the offense. Let's see if they can take a drink on defense. It's going to be Clement getting the snap. He's going to flip it out in the flat. 17 is the intended receiver. He'll make the catch, and he will get maybe 1 yard, Ben. That's going to be Marcus Jones, the sophomore receiver. Pickup of 1, 2nd and 9.
Initial contact there by Ivan Benanda, able to shed his blocker and work his way to make that tackle.
Yeah, kind of a slow developing play, Ben. Allowed our defense to kind of get out there in the flat with Marcus Jones. They're going to work on the close side hash now. Clement will look over the defense. Now he'll look to the sideline. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Looks like he'll have an Ian Mathis to his left hip. Takes the shotgun snap, 3-step drop. Now flips it to Mathis. Mathis going to pick inside. He's going to get across. He's going to get away from the first man, nearly the second. And we'll see where he's knocked out of bounds. It looks like out of bounds at the 18-yard line. So it's going to be short of the first down. 3rd and 2 upcoming.
Get to see that athleticism by Ian Mathis there, able to juke a defender and work his way towards the Maryville sideline. Tackle made by number 8, Ivan Benanda.
3rd and 1. They're going to say steps out at the 18-yard line. Needed the 19 for first down.
Really like Benanda's mannerisms here on this drive. He's got a lot of energy.
I think this is a Mathis play all the way. They're going to try to run power here. 7:51 to go here in the first half. Rebels trail 10-7. Clement takes the snap. Now he's going to look to flip it out quickly. He's going to get it out there, and looks like before it could develop, the play is stopped. Let's see. Is that going to be a timeout? Is that a timeout, Science Hill, Hippie? I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, it was a timeout. I think they would call the coach ran down there and made sure to call it right before the play was snapped.
All right, 3rd and 1 is going to be a timeout. Ali Franks, a Volunteer Home Mortgage timeout. You're listening to Rebel Radio as the Toppers on top of the Red Rebels 10-7 here in the second quarter of play. You're listening to Rebel Radio on 95.7 Duke FM.
Hi, I'm Jeff Wallace with Maryville Monument. Before you buy a memorial for your loved one anywhere else, give us a call. This goes for anything in granite, bronze, or marble. While we've been in Maryville for over 100 years, we service all of East Tennessee. My team provides quality craftsmanship at the most affordable prices and fastest turnaround time. Do not be taken advantage of during life's most challenging moments. Give us a call at 865-983-3192.
And welcome back to Skeeter Shield Stadium, Jim Renfro Field, in the Junk Be Gone game of the week, where it's 3rd and 1 for the Science Hill Hilltoppers. Clement under center. He's going to just look to push the pile, and he is going to quarterback sneak it ahead, and they will move that pile, and he'll get across the 20-yard line, give him the 21-yard line, and that's going to be a first down, Hilltoppers.
There's malicious contact down there to number 56, but no flag on the play. Nash Dennett took one to the jaw there, but no call.
Emotional, physical, all those things. That's what we'll call it. 7:41 to play here in the first half. It's going to be a first down, Hilltoppers. Looks like they'll quickly jump. Clement will be in shotgun formation. Mathis to his right hip. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now they'll give it to Mathis. Mathis going to stutter step. He's going to get free. He's going to get across the 30-yard line, and he is going to get out to the 33-yard line. 11-yard pickup there on first down, Ben. Another first down, Hilltoppers.
Able to plant that back foot and work his way back towards the left hash. Eventually tackle made by Chase Tucker.
he had a little stutter step that I think kind of caused some hesitation, I guess you would say, on the pursuit, and it allowed him to hit the next gear and get ahead forward. 1st and 10 from the Hilltopper 33-yard line. They'll work right to left here on Jim Renfro Field. Clement will look over the defense. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now he's going to hand it to Mathis. Mathis tries the stretch play. He's going to stretch right, and he is going to be thrown right to the turf. He's going to get out to the Hilltopper 35-yard line, pickup of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Absolutely hog-tied and waylaid, buddy. Maxier able to work his way down that hash and make that tackle. Big tackle for Maxier.
They're actually going to give him forward progress to the 36-yard line. Give it 3 yards on 1st down, 2nd and 7. Looks like Nash Denton will check out. Looks like Quincy Prigmore will check back in. Nash, a little Ironman football here as he's our starting right tackle on the offensive line. 6:15 to go here in the second quarter. Rebels trail 10-7. Science Hill on the march. Clement's going to go under center. He's going to take the snap. Pitch play. That's going to be to number 24, Anderson. Anderson is going to try to get wide. There's going to be flags everywhere blocking the back. So any advantage here is coming back. Anderson with the dance move. Didn't see the flag. And he'll get back in the huddle.
Yeah, easy call for the officials.
Yeah, looks like they're going to say it happened just about a yard past the initial line of scrimmage. So let's see if Hippie agrees with me.
Yeah, fellas, definitely the wide receiver out here on the edge grabbed a hold of the cornerback and dragged him down to spring the running back.
I will say, in unison, 3 different officials threw the flag, so it was pretty egregious. At the 5:59 mark here in the second quarter, Ben, the Hilltoppers, if you're a Rebels fan, go in the right direction.
A really good job by Ivan Venanda to throw his arms up and show where that jersey was getting pulled to the linesman. Easy call.
Looks like what was 2nd and 7 will turn, looks to be about 2nd and, call it 3 and 4 and 17. 2nd and 17.
5:59 left to go here in the second quarter.
Clement's going to be in shotgun, takes the snap, little 3-step drop, looks right, throws right. Ian Mathis out there. He's going to make the catch. He's going to try to fight ahead forward. He'll shoot himself toward the 35-yard line. That's where they'll call him down. He's going to pick up about 9 of those yards needed. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Goes with another safety valve there, passes it out in the perimeter. Had pressure coming from Quincy Prigmore. Tackle made, number 7, Bryson Barrett.
3rd down conversions. The Hilltoppers have been 4 of 5 tonight so far. None bigger than this one right here for the Rebel defense. 5:20 to play in the half. Clement in shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Mathis to his left hip. Takes the shotgun snap. He's looking over the defense. Now he's going to throw directly across. Picked off. Chase Tucker with the football. He's going to get across the 40 and turned them back. The first Delosier Auction Company defensive stop of the night is a pick for Chase Tucker.
Foolish mistake.
It was a great throw if you ask me, but Clement put it right on the numbers, but it was the 14 of Chase Tucker for the Red Rebels, and that, my friend, is what we needed.
What I really liked about it, Chase Tucker comes down from his perch and just watches the quarterback, remains patient. Ball was intended over top, able to jump up and make that catch. Big interception for the Red Rebels.
Well, and again, Clement very much watched exactly where he wanted to throw it, so Chase was able to watch his eyes and just kind of wait on it. Got the popcorn out, and when the ball released from his hands, it was in his path. Will Jones out there in shotgun formation, Babley directly behind him. 1 receiver to either side of stacked up Jamerson to the left. It's going to be Douglas stacked in to the right hand side. Will Jones looks to throw the football. He's going to look to flush the pocket. He's going to flush to the right. Will's going to look to pull it down. He's got to call his own number. He's going to get across the 30, 25-20, and he is going to step out of bounds inside the Topper 20-yard line down to the Topper 18, but not before he gets another Twin City certified first down inside the Boyd Firm red zone.
How about the magic man back there, just dancing around, able to evade the pocket, work his way towards the sidelines, and truck down the sideline there.
Well, talk about happy feet. He could definitely do it in the backfield, but he flushed it there. A late flag. Interested in what this is. Hippie, that came in late. What we got?
So he's saying illegal motion. He said that when Douglas moved across, he never fully came to a stop when the play started.
And it took that long for that to come out. That penalty explanation brought to you by Underground Connection, Inc. Gosh, what a deflating call there, but I think you got to wash it out.
Yeah, what's the old saying? What in tarnation? I mean, come on.
Well, maybe the belt was just one hole too tight. Couldn't get the flag out. 1st and 15 upcoming. Ball will back all the way up to the Rebel 40-yard line. Will Jones in shotgun will have Cohen Babley directly behind him. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it to Babley. He's going to try to get right. He's going to get upfield. He's going to get across the 30. He's going to get across the 25. Cuts back inside across the 20. Powers his way down to the 18-yard line. If we can't have it the first time, Cohen Babley got it the second time.
I'll tell you what, he looked like a field mouse dodging elephants in a corner. No space, no mercy, just speed. Eventually taken down by number 12, Josiah Battle.
I love the way Cohen runs. Arm tackles will not get him down. He got through the first, got through the second, and a good cut back and plow there at the end to get the Twin City certified first down.
Patient and shifty down that sideline. Didn't use his explosion until he needed it.
4:20 to go here in the first half. Will Jones in shotgun. Looks over the defense. Now he's going to put a man in motion. That's going to be Jamerson. Now he's going to give it to Babley. Jamerson with the chip, and it looks like Babley gets inside the 15, steps out of the tackle, and they'll say he steps out of bounds inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line, but not before he picks up 7 yards there on first down, being 2nd and 3.
Yeah, Babley continuing to churn down field. Tackle here, Tyler Holder, number 4, near the sideline.
Looks like we may. Let's see where he's at. I'm not seeing Torrey Beaufort out there, but I wouldn't be surprised on a little thunder and lightning here. Cohen, he is running hard right now, wanting this for his team. 4:08 to play in the first half. Ben, emotion staying in check, but physicality is definitely turning up here at Jim Renfro Field. Will Jones quickly breaks the huddle. He's going to have a tight set to either side. Cohen Babley directly behind him. He'll stand in shotgun. Now he's going to put Faust in motion right to left. Now he hands it to Babley. He's going to sidestep. He's going to get across the tackle box. He's going to get inside the 10-yard line, pick up the first down, and get down to the Hilltoppers 6-yard line. 1st and goal for the Red Rebels.
Takes the path less traveled and goes right after Darius Dolacqua as soon as he got past that left guard, left tackle.
Cohen Babley will check out. Cam Porter will check in. They'll quickly break a small huddle. 1st and goal inside the Boyd Firm red zone. Not going to say it. Will Jones steps back into shotgun. He's going to have Douglas stacked up to the right side of the formation. He's going to have Faust stacked up to the left. Looks over the defense, puts Douglas in motion right to left. Now he's going to hand it to Cam Porter. Cam's going to try to stretch wide. He's going to try to find the pylon. He'll find it. Pylon connected. Touchdown, Rebels.
6 more points for the Ville, baby.
That is a beautiful run by Cam Porter. Patience is a virtue, and touchdown is a Red Rebel. Looks like there's another flag on the play. Nobody's really talking about who it is. Hippie, what do you see down there?
Yeah, I don't know if they're trying to get a penalty after, because both flags came flying after he crossed the end zone. So I don't know if it's a personal foul after touchdown.
Looks like it is after the touchdown. Looks like there's going to be offsetting penalties that'll be, I guess, associated with the kick. But Cam Porter, good vision, young man, as he got left. There was a lot of contact there about the 3-yard line, but he continued to power ahead forward and get to the pylon. Hippie, can you get us a cleanup there? What was the official call there?
Yes, so on the play, the defensive lineman came in and knocked Will Jones to the ground as the play was after he already handed it off on the backside. And it looks like one of the offensive linemen returned the favor and, of course, offsetting penalty.
Okay.
Protecting the quarterback.
So a foul and then a retaliation.
Yeah,
I got you.
Retaliation, protecting your quarterback, though.
I hear you. Hey, you only get one. But I'm gonna give them some credit there. Offsetting penalties, but the touchdown will count. That's the key point. The Denso scoreboard now reads the Rebels 13, the Hilltoppers 10. That penalty explanation brought to you by Underground Connection.
Just a lot of emotion in this matchup. You know, they've played each other in the last 3 years 6 times.
Cohen Babley with the hold. Hudson Jamerson's kick is up, and as the faithful put their hands together, it's good. 3:25 to go in the first half. 14 for your Red Rebels, 10 for the Hilltoppers. The lead is returned to the good guys, to the home team. You're listening to Rebel Radio on 95.7 Duke FM.
El Jimador Mexican Grill, a Blount County tradition for 20 years. El Jimador Mexican Grill is fast, filling, and fantastic Mexican food at a fair price. Come to El Jimador Mexican Grill for daily lunch specials Monday through Saturday from 11 till 4. Dine in for a great dinner with family and friends, or call ahead for takeout anytime. Open Sunday through Thursday till 10, Friday and Saturday until 10:30. Your fiesta awaits at El Jimador Mexican Grill, 1705 East Lamar Alexander Parkway in Maryville. Call 865-681-6040. El Jimador Mexican Grill, a proud sponsor of Blount County Sports.
Run like a rebel, run like a rebel.
And welcome back to Maryville High School in the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week, 95.7 Duke FM. 3:25 to go in the first half. Ben Metz, 14 for the Red Rebels, 10 for the Science Hill Hilltoppers by way of a Cam Porter touchdown run. That was a nice drive for the Red Rebels. It was a 4-play, 35 yards, minute 40, time of possession.
Yeah, that score all started with the defensive series prior to the offensive series. Fernanda making some good plays in the perimeter. Chase Tucker getting the interception. That set up that drive. There was an illegal motion. We had to play a little bit behind the sticks. Babley gets it back and powers his way down the field, and he sets it up for a Cam Porter touchdown.
Yeah, looks like this Roger L. Newman kickoff will test even the leg of Colin Stringer as he will kick it away from his own 25-yard line. We'll see if he can't get it out of the end zone even still. He will approach it left or right here on Jim Renfro. He will look to punch it, and it is going to be a squib kind of bouncer, and it will be taken by the Hilltoppers at the 25-yard line. He is going to get cut down. Good pursuit there by Bryson Barrett as he's going to get downfield and maybe a 7-yard return there by number 3, Braden Austin.
Yeah, he felt number 7 before he could fully gain control of that ball, able to hold on to it. Good tackle there by number 7, Bryson Barrett.
Hilltoppers will come out again. Last time by was the interception in their own territory. Compliments of number 14, Chase Tucker, for the Rebel defense. They'll quickly break a small huddle. First series for the Toppers that it has started in a delay. Clement's going to go under center. He'll have Anderson directly behind him. He's going to hand it to Anderson. Anderson will fight through the first line of defense, and he'll get ahead forward to the 38-yard line. That is going to be a 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4.
Trying to work in between those interior linemen. That's what's been successful for Stacy Carter, so he goes back to that bag of tricks. Tackle made by number 27, Dax.
Well, the last 3 straight games, Anderson has led the team in rushing and receiving. So he is he's kind of the piece that makes the straw that stirs the drink. That's what they call it. He's going to get the ball yet again, and he's only going to stir for 1 yard on that one. 2nd and 4 turns 3rd and 3.
Good job by the Red Rebels to get leverage on the edge. They're able to set it there. Tackle 27, Dax Cole and company. Max Sear was in there as well.
They're going to say 3rd and a long 3 as the ball will rest on the Hilltopper 39-yard line. Front nose on the 39. 2:22 to go here in the first half. Rebels lead 14-10.
What do you allow, Wayno? What do you allow?
I think it's going to Anderson. Clement's going to take the snap, hands it to Anderson. Anderson's going to go straight ahead forward. He is going to get the first down yardage and falls ahead beyond the 45-yard line out to the Topper 46-yard line. Number 24, I don't have height and weight on the young man, but he only knows how to fall forward.
Yeah, got to the second level and able to push his way past the first down marker, tackle Andrew 17.
1st and 10 Toppers, 1:54 to play in the first half. Clement's going to take the snap, hands it to Anderson again. Anderson off right guard. He's going to pick up 2 yards on the play. Ben, he was hit immediately at the line of scrimmage and still fell forward.
Yeah, number 44 there was the one who made that contact. That's Wyatt Wilbur, able to make the big stop. Shows some class, helps him up to his feet.
Mason Heltzel's going to come out of the game with his jersey completely off his shoulder pads. Wonder how that happened. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Toppers moving right to left on Jim Renfro. They're headed toward Don Story. Clement under center again. Anderson directly behind him. Now Clement's going to roll the pocket to the left, wants to throw the football. Max Sear in pursuit, And Clement's just going to throw it toward Marcus Jones, but out of bounds, incomplete. Second and 8 turns 3rd and 8.
Multiple defenders out towards Clement there to force him to throw that ball away. Max Sear, Dax Cole, and also number 51. Quincy Prigmore provided a lot of pressure. Got to throw it away.
1:11 to play in this first half. Remember, Toppers open this game with the football, so Maryville will open the second half getting the kick. So 1:11, this would be a huge 3rd down for the defense to get off the field. Clement's going to be in shotgun. He'll take that snap. Now he's play action. Now he's going to throw the football intended for number 2, Branson Newberry, and give all the credit to Newberry. His small frame stretched about an extra 2 foot to make that catch. First down, Science Hill.
Brought the blitz from that side on that quick slant. Nothing that number 14, Chase Tucker, could do but just make the tackle past the first down marker.
He's going to get it across midfield, gets down to the Maryville 41-yard line. Now they'll quickly back, takes the snap. Clement's going to look to throw the football, intended for number 17. That is going to be Marcus Jones. They'll say he trapped it on the turf, incomplete. It's 2nd down.
Does a quick out route, and number 8 there, that's Ivan Banana, puts a polyester suit on him. Good coverage.
46.2 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 from the Rebel 41-yard line.
Banana continues to not allow separation with the receivers. He's played extremely well the past 2 series.
They need at least one more first down to get in Lockman's range, and so that needs to be where the door's at. Clement's going to take the snap, and he's going to look to flush it. He's going to get it to Branson Newberry. No, that's going to be number 17, Marcus Jones. He's going to make the catch and wish he wouldn't. He's going to lose a yard on the catch. It is going to be actually 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 12.
That was the safety valve on that offensive play call, but it was sniffed out by the Red Rebel defense. Tackle made, 20, Mason Ball.
Good pursuit by the Rebel defense. 3rd and 12. And Science Hill is going to take a timeout. Let's take one with them. Lee Franks, a Volunteer Home Mortgage timeout. You're listening to Rebel Radio on 95.7 Duke FM.
This is Attorney David Boyd. I'm pleased to announce for the 2nd year in a row, I am the Red Zone sponsor for the Maryville High School football team. If you make it to the game, stop by and say hello. I'll be standing on the top row to the left of the press box. If you can't make it, make sure to tune in and listen to the game here on Duke FM, where you'll hear the play-by-play by Wayne Kaiser and Ben Metz, 2 of the best in the business. Let's have a great year. Go Rebels. I'm David Boyd. I'm a lawyer.
Get low when the whistle go.
And welcome back to Skeeter Shield Stadium here on the campus of Maryville High School. Your Red Rebels on top of the Hilltoppers, 14-10 here with 34.3 seconds to go in the second quarter. Ben, it's been topsy-turvy here in the first half. Rebels finally got the lead back here. Hilltoppers looking to have one last swing here in the first half.
Yeah, Stacey Carter's finding things in between the hash, but there's nothing outside in the perimeter.
Clement takes the shotgun snap. Mathis is going to be a safety valve. He's going to throw it across the middle, intended for Marcus Jones. He's going to make the catch. He's going to get the first down, and he is going to get down to the Rebel 25-yard line. 28.1 seconds to go. Clement quickly gets under center. He's going to clock it. And he's going to clock it with about 25. Clock continued to run down to 24 and a half. We'll see if they reset the clock to about 26 seconds.
Had the coverage on that outside zone there, but up the middle there on that deep post route, good pass and catch for Science Hill.
And again, a patient quarterback is Clement. You talked about him moving in from Wyoming. I don't know how you find Science Hill High School from Wyoming, but he's a tall guy. He's got a pretty strong arm, and he's confident when he releases the football. Second down after the clock, 2nd and 10, 24 and a half seconds to go in the first half. Clement's going to be in an empty backfield. He's going to have a whole face of Dax Cole. He's going to get out of it. Max Sear's going to look to chase, and he is going to release the football. Intended receiver was number 4, Tyler Holder, and it is going to go in and out of his hands. Incomplete, 3rd and 10.
Good job by Dax Cole to create the pressure, but how about Wyatt Wilbur? He remained lateral, kept his shoulders right there in between the quarterback and the receiver, kept his coverage, good low base. Good coverage by Wilbur.
Well, and good job by Dax Cole, because even though he didn't make the tackle, he moved the angle of the quarterback's eyes because he was all over him, and no longer were you looking downfield. You were in survival mode. Looks like Clement's going to look to the sideline to Coach Carter. Now he'll come to the close side hash where the ball sits, 16.4 seconds to go. He's going to have Mathis to his right hip pocket, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Looks over the defense. He'll take the shotgun snap, 3-step drop. Now he's going to float it across the middle, intended, and number 4 will make the catch. And that is going to be Tyler Holder, a little pooch pass. It's going to get the first down, get inside the Rebel 10-yard line down to the 9.
Very similar play that got them the previous first down, just a 10-yard deep post route caught right in between the hash tackle 17, Andrew Smith.
Quickly get a timeout, Ben. We're going to stay right here. Hippie, again, just a major league, a heavyweight fight right here as Science Hill's throwing some haymakers right here.
Yeah, fellas, I mean, we're trying a different approach right now. I don't know if you noticed, but the cornerbacks are staying in. They're switching to the side. We're trying to limit number 24 from getting out on the outside, but they're able to hit that screen right now across the middle. So hopefully we're going to be able to jump that route, maybe like Grayson Meyer did earlier, maybe pick it off here. And, you know, and also with 0 timeouts left for him. Anything in the field of play short of the end zone, this clock's probably going to run out.
Well, I'll be interested if Coach Carter actually sends he probably only has one play here on offense. Then I think he's going to send Lockman out.
Yeah, interesting. I'm glad Hippie found that out with the coverage on the outside, trying to shut down Malik Anderson. And it's opening up with that coverage, the adjustment Carter's made. It's opening up that field in between the hash. But this Rebel defensive coaching staff will make their adjustment.
Stand tall right here, Rebel defense. Science Hill putting their best swing forward. 10.2 seconds to go. They'll get a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Clement's going to have Ian Mathis directly behind him. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Looks like number 17, Marcus Jones, is going to go in motion the same time another guy did, and that's going to be a legal procedure. Hippie, confirm it for me.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. 2 guys moving at the same time.
And that penalty explanation brought to you by Underground Connection, Inc. If this was college, the half would be over. We'd have a 10-second runoff.
Yeah, absolutely hate that for them.
I wish we did have the 10-second runoff, though. And they'll back it up. That's going to be of the 5-yard variety, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 14. Clement is going to look over the defense, similar formation, takes the shotgun snap. Now he's going to look to just throw the home run ball, and the closest guy to it was number 7 in black. That's Bryson Barrett. But it just runs about 5 seconds off the clock, Ben, 5.7.
It looked like the timing was off. Looked like he didn't go back far enough in the pocket to make that pass towards the back pylon on the corner route. So he threw the ball off his back foot way early.
Looks like as predicted, Carter Lockman's going to enter the game to try to get the 3 here to draw within a point of the Rebel lead. They're going to set the ball on the far side, kind of just inside hash. Lockman will kick it from the 22-yard line. We'll call it a 32-yard attempt. Ball is down. Kick is up. Lockman's kick is up. And no good. No good. Lockman will push it, and that effort is empty. It is going to be no good, and at the end of 2 quarters of play, the Red Rebels will carry a 4-point advantage to the Barnett Roofing halftime show. You're listening to Rebel Radio 14-10 in favor of the Red Rebels on 95.7 Duke FM.
This is Lee Franks with Volunteer Home Mortgage, your home-owned mortgage broker in Maryville. We're local folks supporting local kids, just like Volunteer Home Mortgage helps people all over Tennessee with all their mortgage needs. If you're looking to buy or refinance your home, go local. I'm Lee Franks with Volunteer Home Mortgage, just down the street from Shield Stadium at 1033 West Broadway. Or call me at 865-238-7500. That's 865-238-7500. Or text volunteer to 33655. NMLS number 1641325.
What's going on, Rebel fans? This is Kaylor Talent, co-owner and partner at PrintFX. I want to personally invite you to come check out our new facility at 427 Whitecrest Drive in Maryville, right between Home Depot and Crest Bowling Lanes. Just like the Rebels, PrintFX has added some all-star talent to our roster this year. Our team is growing, our space is growing, and our printing capabilities are bigger than ever. From your small format marketing materials to billboards and semi-truck wraps, we've got you covered with everything in between. If you're a business, big or small, a school, charity, organization, or just someone needing high-quality print work, we want to be your partner in print. Stop by and see what the buzz is about, or follow us on social media to get some inside action on our team. But most importantly, go Rebels!
Denso Manufacturing is setting the standard in the automotive industry. Dedicated to contributing to a better world, Denso is focused on creating a greener environment through carbon neutrality and developing a worry-free future with zero traffic fatalities. Whether it's on the manufacturing floor or on the football field, it's all about precision, performance, and passion. And just like the Rebels, Denso Manufacturing is proud to be a part of this incredible community. So let's keep that energy high and support our team. From your friends at Denso Manufacturing, go Rebels! For more information about opportunities at Denso Maryville, visit densocareers.com/Maryville. That's DENSO careers.com/Maryville. Check them out and craft your future today.
From the Hep Plumbing Studios, we want to be your plumber. This is WDKW, Maryville, Knoxville, 95.7 Duke FM. Your home for Maryville Red Rebel Athletics.
I left Oklahoma, driving in a Pontiac, just about to lose.
And welcome back, or welcome in to the Barnett Roofing Halftime Show right here on Rebel Radio 95.7 Duke FM. I'm Wayne Kaiser alongside Ben Metz. Been a first half heavyweight battle. Rebels come out 4-point advantage into the half.
Yeah, and for a team that is defensively 61% of the time getting off the field on 3rd and 4th down, only get off the field 1 of 7 times in the first half. Science Hill's been more efficient with the football. They've won the line of scrimmage, but the turnover battle goes in our favor, and that's the difference in the ball game. 14-10 Red Rebels.
Well, and 14's a cool number because it's Chase Tucker's number, the one that generated that turnover. 14-10 is what's on the Denso scoreboard, but if you look at end-of-half stats brought to you by His Ground LLC, Rebels have 19 total plays on offense, 142 yards of offense. Science Hill playing a little keep away here. 10 carries for 60 yards, 8 of 9 passing for 82 yards for Will Jones. If you look at the Hilltoppers, 37 total plays for 233 yards of offense. That's 19 rush plays for 101 yards and 12 of 18 passing for 132. Ben, 6 of 7 on 3rd down conversions. That's a key stat in the game, but a key opportunity to get back into this game, Ben, is 2 of 2 in red zone chances for the Red Rebels. Individually, Cohen Babley leads the rushing category, 7 carries for 49 yards. Cam Porter 2 for 8 and a touchdown, and Will Jones 1 for 3. Talk about receiving. Julian Douglas, 3 catches for 50 yards. Torrey Beaufort, 3 for 29 and a touchdown. And Max Sear, 1 for 3. Will Jones, 8 of 9 passing, 82 yards and a touchdown.
Well, the adjustment made by the defensive coaching staff for the Red Rebels to shut down Malik Anderson that Hippie talked about worked in the second quarter. He was unable to have any receiving yards in the second quarter and only 16 rushing yards in the second quarter. In the first quarter, he came in with 44 long on the run, 51 total rushing yards, and then he had a 14 long reception, but 21 yards, and he stood at that throughout the second quarter. So now you got to go back to the drawing board, Coach White and Coach Talent, and that group's going to get together and find a plan to stop the pass and catch in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I think they're using other bullets, if you will, as Coach Nick White would say. But I think when it comes down to it, Stacey Carter's safety blanket, security blanket, heated blanket, for lack of a better word, is number 24, Nakarius Anderson. So we'll see how they look to inject him into the offense in the second half. But Ben, want to look at scores from around the area. I've got Unicoi County 21-6 advantage at the half over Claiborne. I've got Pigeon Forge 32, Cocke County 21. I've got Sullivan East a trailing Elizabethton 21-7. Trying to get some scores of local interest here. Looks like 14-3, the Cleveland advantage over Bearden. Again, the home team holding it down at the half there in Bradley County. You look at it, Greenback 7-0 over Oakdale. That's a first quarter score. Alcoa leads Heritage at the half, 33-0. Of course, the 14-10 score here at the half. You look at it, Hardin Valley trails Oak Ridge, a second quarter score. Looks like early second quarter score. Oak Ridge 14, Hardin Valley 7. It's a little tighter than I expected it. Polk County at the half leads Eagleton 23-7. That's a little bit of an upset there.
Yeah.
Look at Jefferson County, 5-2, leads Powell 7-0. That's a second quarter score. The lone loss to this Science Hill team brought to Skeeter Shield Stadium.
Yeah, down here, West 38, William Blount 7. That's a second quarter score. And then there's one more game happening in Division I, Region 4. That's Farragut 3, Cookeville 0 in the first quarter.
Yeah, it looks like it's, obviously an hour delayed, so it's still maybe midway through the first quarter. But, yeah, Farragut struck first, 3-0 at the Cookeville Cavaliers, the 2 week ago opponent of the Red Rebels.
Should be a good game in Mid-State.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Again, this really tells where Region 2 is in that 6A kind of stack up, if you will. But we're going to give a little look to the Marching Red Rebels as they are in definitely competition mode. They're on Skeeter Shield Stadium putting a big competition out for us. So let me hand it over to them. And what a great job by Mr. Jonathan Leichman and staff getting this group ready, competing at the biggest classification at a lot of their competitions, and just doing a great job.
I tell you, the Red Rebel Band led by Mr. Leichman, they've got these tight formations out here, a real powerful horn section. They're dazzling with those rifle tosses and flag routines. They're just adding that burst of energy to the crowd on such a wonderful evening for football.
Yeah, big night for sure. Honored George Quarles pregame, the announcement and the unveiling of George Quarles Way, the newest path and street here on Maryville's campus, but also a dogfight here. 14-10, the Rebels take that advantage to the half. If we're going to start with music, I think it's time to throw it back. They're throwing it back to kind of the Handel-Bach time frame. We're going to throw it back to about the mid-90s, a little newer than that. But we're going to red and black throwback, brought to you by Miss Donna Talent of Realty Executives. This year, an undefeated regular season alumnus, class of 1996, Mr. Todd Davis, our red and black throwback. Great story from Coach Tim Hammontree's tenure here at Maryville High School. Here's this week's red and black throwback.
All roads lead to another road for renegades, rebels, and roads. Oh, come on.
And welcome back to halftime right here on Rebel Radio 95.7 Duke FM. I'm Wayne Kaiser, and it's time to throw it back. Red and black throwback interviews here tonight. A great special guest, class of 1996, 95 AP All-State player, a member of the 95 undefeated regular season, sixth in program history, and first under then head coach Tim Hammontree. Todd Davis. Todd, how you doing?
Hey, Wayne, I'm great. Thank you for having me. Quite humbled to be included in this segment.
Todd, you've absolutely earned it. Again, all-state AP, big-time honor there in 1995, and really that 95, 96, 97 team laid a great foundation for the run that Maryville High School still spins their tires on today. So, but where can Rebel faithful find Todd Davis these days?
Well, thankfully in Maryville, Tennessee. Career-wise, I've been about 25 years in various roles through road construction, civil construction, liquid asphalt, and currently work for one of the world's largest commodity trading firms named Trafigura. I'm the managing director of our asphalt division, and I worked worldwide throughout primarily in the U.S., North America, South America, Europe, and Africa, trading liquid asphalt on large vessels that we move all around the world. Frankly, just tickled to death. In 2019, we lived in Roanoke, Virginia for a job from 2013 to 2019. So we were away for 6 years, but was very thankful to have an opportunity to come back, work remotely, to be able to have both of us, Whitney and our children, to get to participate and be part of Maryville football.
Well, Todd, you've ultimately raised two good boys. One just graduated on his way to the Air Force Academy. But, Todd, tell us a cool story or a heartfelt or pump-up story from your time wearing red and black.
Well, to be able to be on what I think was somewhat of the transition period with Tim Hammontree, who I believe he established it at Maryville, which is truly the foundation. Coach Hammontree was responsible for building the first weight room under the stadium at Maryville in the early 90s, which weightlifting at that point wasn't as popular or as it is now. Tim Hammontree also brought in, someone I look up to very highly and one of throughout my upbringing, but also still to this day, which is David Ellis. And being coached by Coach Ellis for 3 years on offensive and defensive line, I just think he was a tremendous coach. He was a tremendous individual and is still. And I look forward to every opportunity that I get to bump into Coach Ellis. And the other thing that Coach Hammontree did was he brought in George Quarles. And George Quarles at 23, 24 years old was a lot of fun to be around for us juniors and seniors and get to experience a year of that. But I think that the story goes, Coach Hammontree brought black helmets to Maryville. Freshman year, I wore a red helmet with a black face mask. So Coach Hammontree liked the black on black. And so that was some of the first years of wearing black pants and black jerseys. But the one piece is that prior to our senior year, we just came off a first round playoff loss my junior year to Shelbyville. I think we went 7-4, but he felt that the seniors that we had coming up and the team needed to be more physical. So they put in a morning workout at 5:30 in the morning, 3 or 4 days a week in the off season, which I'm sure a lot of the parents kind of questioned why that was necessary. But he wanted our team to be more physical, and he brought up what they call combatic. What this consisted of, which you couldn't get away with this now, and I don't think that combatics lasted more than probably just that year, but they tied like a wiffle ball bat or put a wiffle ball bat and tied it with medical tape or white tape together where it was somewhat soft and put you on a wrestling mat at 5:30 in the morning and blew a whistle, and you're holding the bat against someone else, and you had 30 seconds to get the bat from somebody, and there was basically no rules. So when at 7:30 in the morning, when kids were going to class with black eyes and kind of bloody noses and things like that, I don't know how well that went over because it didn't last long, but it did something because that season we did turn out to be physical, didn't have any big prospects, and expectations weren't huge that season, but we rolled right through the season at a 10-0 and something that looking back on that was very proud of, and I think really just boiled down to let's work harder than our opponents in the off season, and when the season comes it's going to pay dividends, which it did.
Todd, what a great story. I'm gonna have to look up combatics and maybe.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's a word, but that's what it was called.
It works for me, Todd. But I also want to make comment that you were the first All-State player under what we consider Red Rebel royalty, Coach David Ellis. You were the first one, and there's only one number one.
I guess that's right. The amount of All-State players since that time is there are so many good players that have came after that. I was very humbled and honored, and I still am to have received that. But the list behind me is much greater and much better than I was. And we played 4A football and there was 5 classifications at the time. But Wayne, I was lucky to have Will Curtis at quarterback, Jason Hicks at running back, fellow linemen that we did enough to win games. I look back on those times. It was some of the best memories that I have from participating at Tennessee Tech for a year in football, and then a short stint at Maryville College. 25 years ago, 30 years ago. I don't remember the college days. I remember the high school days and the traditions that took place at Maryville. That some of them are still in place. And when 2019 for our family came around, the first thing that was on my mind was that both of our children, Price and Hayes, would have the opportunity to play for Maryville High School, which for Price, it was an unbelievable experience.
I couldn't agree more. And then, Todd, lastly, what would you, if you had the 2025 Red Rebels in front of you, what would you tell them to remember, think about while they're in the grind that is wearing the red and black?
Sure. No, I just cherish the moments. I mean, you can't hit pause, but slow play the year, take it all in and build the relationship, build the, relationships with your teammates, because a lot of those are going to be lifelong relationships, even if you don't live close to another. Build the relationships with the coaches. Maryville for 30 years has had the best coaching staff, and every year it just keeps getting better and better. And I think so highly of the current coaching staff, because as a parent and having one child that's already went through the program, they're helping mold these, young men into men. And, they're as responsible for doing that as the parents, in my opinion. And so I think it's extremely important there. And, I think that, just understand that Maryville football is high school football, but there's a tremendous community behind you, not only in Blount County, but also nationwide, of people that have a tie to Maryville that want to see the success. And I just, however you can take that in and truly enjoy it and have fun. I mean, of course, winning state championship is a goal, but at the end of the day, if that goal is achieved, or if it's not, look at the after product of the relationships that were created and the men that were made throughout this process.
It's a great line and great things to take in here. But Todd Davis, as always, it's great talking with you. Able to do that some at Rebs practices and Southerners practices, but it's great to sit down and let the Rebel faithful hear some stories from the mid-'90s, the time when setting the stage for what's been this great run. But Todd, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate it.
This interview's been brought to you by Donna Talent of Realty Executive Associates. We're going to take a break, listen to these great sponsors. When we come back, we're going to finish up this halftime show and get ready for the second half right here on 95.7 Duke FM.
Delosier Realty and Auction asks, why auction? Many people, when selling property or settling a parent's or grandparent's estate, choose Delosier Realty and Auction. But why an auction? Because Delosier does it all for you. From organizing to marketing to the actual auction to cleanup and closing, just give Delosier the keys and they'll come take care of the rest. Learn more at DelosierAuctions.com or call 865-681-7797. Delosier Realty and Auction in Maryville.
This is Todd Davis, offensive line, Maryville High School, class of 1996, and you're listening to Rebel Radio on 95.7 Duke FM.
And welcome back to the Barnett Roofing Halftime Show right here on Rebel Radio 95.7 Duke FM. I'm Wayne Kaiser alongside Ben Metz. Ben, Todd Davis, combatics. That's something we've got to explore.
Pretty cool history shared by Todd, the introduction of the black helmets and being a product of Coach Ellis. I'll tell you, Todd has coached in the feeder system without a son playing for a long time, and he does an excellent job developing young men. He taught my son to be physical but also play the right way. What a great interview with Todd, and what a great person in the community for us.
Yeah, Todd's a great guy. If you talk to him, you're not going to know about his time playing football. You're not going to know about his time at Maryville because he is so invested in his young boys. Price is at the Air Force Academy, a freshman, not getting to travel with the team, but putting in a lot of great work, kind of paying that bill that's going to pay off here in the next couple years. And then Hayes, number 25 on this year's roster, he's right out here in the faithful, cheering on his young son.
Yeah, I'll never forget the first time Price Davis won Player of the Game. He comes up and he said, I need to thank my offensive lineman. Dad wants me to make sure I thank you.
Dad said. Which little did I know he was an offensive lineman. That's good.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good. But also there's some great things going on here at Maryville High School. If you're watching by way of NFHS, if you're hearing us through that, it's because there's a great group of young people and Mr. Kevin White, he's a young people too, helping us here to our left.
Yeah, a huge thank you to Kevin White and the student video crew. They're kind of the unsung heroes making this broadcast. It looks so sharp on TV when we turn and look, but excellent job by these guys.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. The NFHS crew, the AV class, all those pieces put together is what puts the broadcast out there on our NFHS network. So thanks to Mr. Kevin White and his class.
Yeah, and I also want to give a shout-out to Mary Metz. I know she's listening. I love my mom, and I'm happy that she's listening tonight.
Yeah, Mama Metz. Happy, appreciate her listening tonight. I will say I appreciate you for Ben. Josh is cool too, but Ben is right here to my right, so I'll give him the kudos here tonight. But also Sam and Andrew.
That's right, man.
I got all four of them.
Yeah,
Look at it.
There you go.
That's right. Got Mama Metz in there. But thanks so much for listening, Miss Mary Metz. And again, she serves her community as well. Sacred Heart wouldn't be where it is today or where it's been for a long time without Mary Metz.
Yeah. School teachers are in my family.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to all those. Thanks to anybody who teaches young people. I've got two that I raise in the evenings, and I'm feeling it for you. But let's jump down to Mr. Chris Hips. I think he's got our head football coach. Take it away, Hips.
Yeah, fellas, down here with Coach Hunt. Coach Hunt, a very hard-fought battle, definitely in the trenches right now on both sides of the ball. I know possessions are at a minimum, but what are you looking for in the second half besides setting the tone right here on the first offensive play?
Yeah, I got opportunistic. I mean, like you said, playing away, not as many possessions, and so you got to be really good when you get the ball and got to try to stay ahead of the chains, get first and 20s, But two good football teams, it's going to be a great second half.
Good luck, Coach.
Hey, there's great words there, Hippie, by our head football coach. I think he knows what's in front of him. Limited possessions, play clean football, take care of business.
You got to maximize your opportunities. Coach Hunt talks about that frequently. The number of possessions is so limited in these games, so you have to execute when you get that opportunity. He'll have these guys ready.
Yeah, and he's got a coaching staff. This is not their first rodeo. This isn't their first heavyweight battle, as Hippie called it. Just really, it's just something you got to trust in. Trust the process. We do have a lead. It's 14-10 in favor of the Red Rebels here at the half. And again, it's going to be a nice second half. 24 minutes to seal the deal. This has been the Barnett Roofing halftime show. They're out here warming up. We're going to take a break, warm up ourselves, and come back and give some shout-outs to some great sponsors. You're listening to the Barnett Roofing halftime show right here on Rebel Radio 95.7 Duke FM.
Do you have dreams for your backyard? His Ground can make those dreams come true. His Ground is locally owned and operated by a Maryville football alum. With 3 generations in the landscaping services business, His Ground is operated on Christian-based principles and offers all landscaping services, including hardscapes, patios, retaining walls, and more. His Ground will turn your backyard dreams into reality. Visit hisground.com today. His Ground is a proud sponsor of Maryville High School athletics.
Hey Rebel Nation, I'm Donna Talent with Realty Executives. I've spent nearly 25 years with the same firm simply because we are, hands down, the most successful real estate company in East Tennessee. Our sales numbers are a fact that back up the statement, no company sells more. As a lifelong East Tennessean, born and raised in Maryville, I'm dedicated to serving all clients. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, a growing family looking to find a larger home, stepping into the luxury market, or navigating the sale of an estate. When dealing with one of life's largest investments, you need a realtor you can trust, and I would love to help. Remember, talent makes it happen, you make it home. Go Rebels!
All roads lead to another road. Miranda Gage, Rebels, and Road. Oh, come on.
And welcome back to the Barnett Roofing halftime show right here, Rebel Radio 95.7 Duke FM. 14-10, the Rebel advantage here at the half. I'm Wayne Kaiser alongside Ben Metz. Ben, we've both teams have been to the locker room. They're both back out here on Jim Renfro Field. Talking's done. It's time for 24 minutes of football.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what adjustments are made by both coaching staffs going into the second half. Hippie talked a little bit about the adjustment made to kind of keep a spy on Malik Anderson, and that opened up the middle of the field. There's going to be some adjustment there to shut that down, and I think Stacey Carter knows that's coming.
Do want to give a shout-out to our great halftime sponsor, Barnett Roofing. You can also check them out online, barnettroofingnknoxville.com, or give them a call, 865-217-0079. Also want to shout out Ario Cheese Wagon. They fed us here tonight. I had half of a blackberry smoke and half of a Ricky Ricardo. It is a tradition as old as time. Hippie and I have been splitting sandwiches for as long as we've worked with Miss Tina, and it's the best way to have 2 of those great sandwiches in one sitting.
Yeah, quoting Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast there, a tale as old as time. But, yeah,
I was really quoting Ben Metz from the video pregame.
That's right. Well, without a doubt, the food is absolutely delicious, and we've introduced that blackberry smoke to a couple of people up here in the booth, and they are blown away by it. That thing has won awards. So if you haven't tried the blackberry smoke at REO Cheese Wagon, go down there and check it out.
Yeah, it's a Taste of Blunt Award winner. You can check them out online, reocheesewagon.com. Call it in, 865-995-8462, or just go by their cafe. It's right there on Broadway, REO Cheese Wagon, right? It's just down from Pokey's. That's how I tell everybody where it's at, but across from kind of the fire hall there in downtown Maryville, but you'll be glad you did. Also, giving a shout-out to Roger L. Newman. They're going to kick it away here in the second half. The Roger L. Newman kickoff. We've also had the Maryville Top Shot pregame show. Twin City Certified First Downs has got its work tonight. Maryville Monument Company brought us our coach's interview, and Mr. Carter Lockman's going to have our Roger L. Newman kickoff. It will be a touchback, and Torrey Beaufort wanted that one, and the Red Rebels will bring it out to the 20-yard line.
The number 27, Dax Cole, laying the wood out there near the 25-yard line, setting the tone early, wants to get on the field and start playing right away.
And we'll bring the Red Rebel offense out to our own 20-yard line as we'll work left to right here on Jim Renfro. So in the third quarter, we'll head towards Cedar Street. And Will Jones will be the last one to enter the small huddle.
Will had a nice little run down the sideline that was negated due to an illegal motion penalty, but his ability to evade the pocket is what makes him a special quarterback.
Trips to the left. He looks to have he's going to have Cohen Babley to his right hip pocket. He'll take the shotgun snap. Token play action, flips it out to Beaufort. Beaufort with the football. He's going to get across the 30-yard line and across and out to the 35-yard line. Pick up a 15 on first down. That's a fresh set, Twin City certified first down.
Had 2 blockers out there in the perimeter doing an excellent job pinning the defensive back towards the sidelines. He scoots his way upfield. Tackle made, 19, Darren Hill.
Overload left, Torrey Beaufort with the gas. Will Jones will stay in shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Babley will be directly behind Will Jones. He'll take the shotgun snap. Now he'll hand it to Babley. Babley goes straight ahead, kicks right. He's going to spin move, gets across the 45 near the midfield stripe, and he will be down at the 50-yard line. Another 15-yard pickup, another Twin City certified first down.
Able to control the football after the spin move at the 45-yard line. Number 1, Ian Mathis will get credited for the tackle, but he pursued him towards midfield and was trying to punch that ball loose. Great job by Cohen Babley.
Ian Mathis does get up gingerly, wants to stay in the game. I think Coach Carter says, no, you're going to check out. We're going to look at you. Augustine Percarilla will check in for Ian Mathis. Will Jones and company 2 plays, 30 chunk yards, and they will get a 1st and 10 at the midfield stripe. They'll exercise on the close hash mark with the power M to the left side of the formation. 2 receivers to the left, a stack set to the right. Will Jones, Babley to the left. Will Jones looks. He's going to put Beaufort in motion. He's going to look it over. He's going to look to uncork it. He's going to go downfield for Beaufort. Is he there? Beaufort is going to fight for the football, and he is going to lose the battle. Number 2, Branson Newberry, is going to take it away from Beaufort, and it's going to be an interception by Science Hill. Just an upfield battle, and Torrey had to come back to the football, but give Branson Newberry some credit, fought over it.
Yeah, Beaufort moves into motion and gets into that man coverage matchup that Coach Hunt and Coach Hendricks were looking for. Runs that fade route down the sidelines, a bit underthrown on the pass, resulting in the turnover.
It does back Science Hill up. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 7-yard line. And Clement quickly out there, and shotgun's going to hand it off. He's going to get it to Mathis. Mathis going to fight his way across the 10-yard line out near the 15. And he's going to pick up 8 yards there on first down. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Continuing to work in between those interior linemen, just running in between the guards and center. This time on the left side, left guard and center. Tackles made by multiple Red Rebels.
Yeah, all juniors and seniors up front for the Hilltoppers. So a lot of elder statesmen, a lot of beef there for the Toppers there on the offensive front. Clement will have Mathis to his left hip. Two receivers left, one to the right. Takes the shotgun snap. Now Mathis with the football. He's going to get ahead forward, gets the first down, and he is going to find his way to a first down and more. He's going to get out to the top or 35-yard line, and he's going to stay down. His leg kind of went under him there as he was tackled, and he's going to stay down. That's not what you want to see. Again, a really nice athlete for Science Hill.
Yeah, Mathis able to be patient on that run, work his way towards the edge, wait for the gap to come open, then makes a cut up midfield, eventually tackle Chase Tucker, 14.
Yeah, we're going to jump down to Chris Hibbs. Chris, obviously a key turnover there that draws the turnover margin even. But back on defense, Science Hill able to find some success in the run game again.
Yeah, and unfortunately for there, it looked like Science Hill just fumbled the ball, but I think they called him down. Unfortunately, it looks like you said, I think he got rolled up, his leg underneath him. But hopefully, for Maryville right here, we got to bow our back, you make a big stop and try to get the ball back for our offense.
Absolutely, Hippie. And Ian Mathis remains down. I think we need to take a break. Medical staff's out there. Maryville's medical staff checking on him as well. Wish the best for this young man. Again, a hard-fought player. He's a senior on this year's team, and we'll see. But we need to step away, let them work on him. Best wishes for Ian Mathis. You're listening to Rebel Radio on 95.7 Duke FM.
Pokies and Sports invites you to stop by their store to check out their amazing selection of school spirit gear. Need trophies, awards, or plaques for your team or business? Pokies has it all. Everything from sporting goods to screen printing, monogramming to laser engraving, and even letter jackets. Pokies represents all local schools with their selection and can create a personalized design. Since 1995, the Tinker family has been happily serving our local area with all its school spirit needs. Check out Pokies online at pokies.net or give them a call at 865-984-4355.
And don't forget, when you leave Pokies, to check out the Village Tinker, just a short walk down Broadway for unique gifts and home goods. You'll be glad you did. Go Rebels.
When it comes to home improvement, you want a winning team on your side. At David's Abbey Carpet and Floors, we bring championship quality to every room with hardwood, carpet, vinyl, and tile that look and perform like all-stars. Whether you're building or renovating, trust the hometown pros who've been serving East Tennessee for over 50 years. Visit us online at davidsabbeycarpet.com or check out one of our 3 showrooms in Maryville, Farragut, and Pigeon Forge to see how David's makes the difference.
Are you facing the challenge of burying piping, wires, or conduits underground? Here's the game changer, Underground Connection. The underground drilling and boring experts since 2005. They do directional boring, the method of choice when traditional trenching isn't feasible or when you desire minimal surface disturbance. Your go-to team for all commercial and residential underground drilling work, including rock, is Underground Connection. Fully licensed, insured, and proudly TDOT and gas approved. Call now, 865-406-4127. Don't let traditional trenching hold you back. Call 865-406-4127 or visit undergroundconnectioninc.com. You'll be glad you did.
Inspired by the heart of Italy, experience the Taste of Blunt award-winning The Italian Apron, where culinary passion meets timeless tradition. The Italian Apron is your premier destination for authentic Italian meals and homemade pasta. From bustling farmers markets to serene storefront shopping, The Italian Apron will bring you close to Italy's rich heritage and vibrant culture. Explore the convenience of shopping online or immerse yourself in the authentic Italian marketplace experience at La Cucina, the Italian Apron Marketplace in Maryville at 331 Whitecrest Drive. Join the Italian Apron community on Facebook and Instagram today.
And welcome back to the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week, 95.7 Duke FM. I'm Wayne Kaiser alongside Ben Metz. Ben, kind of what you don't like to see on the football field. Ian Mathis still down. Medical staff has come out. They've went and got the additional bag, and so it looks like it is a leg or a lower extremity injury, and they're helping him up, kind of getting it wrapped up. It looks like they're going to get him to his sideline here, but it is going to be no weight on that, looks to be right leg. And I just wish the best for him. He's had a really good season, like you talked about, heading into this game. Over 40 carries, a big piece of their offense and a big piece of what's got them in this game tonight.
Yeah, he came into the second half and was really creating a lot of energy and spark for the offense in the middle of the field. And you said it, Wayne, coming into the game, this is a kid that has contributed a lot to Science Hill. I hope he's all right. our thoughts go out to him.
Yeah, he's in an air cast, so it looks like he will be finished for tonight. Again, further tests will be done back in Johnson City later this week. So, wish the best for him. He is a senior on this year's team, running back, defensive back, and he'll exit this game with 10-11 to go in the third quarter. Again, talking with Hippie at the break, looks like the ball might have come out, but they did call forward, progress stopped, and he was down. So that will the net positive of this will be Science Hill is going to be back out there, and it looks like it's going to be Anderson's game from here on out. Malik Anderson will enter at the running back position. Clement will go under center. First play is going to be handed to Anderson. Anderson's going to try to go right guard. He's going to fight ahead forward. Contact at the line of scrimmage. Fell forward for 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
Runs right into the proper arms of number 11, Max Sear, and he makes a proper tackle. Big tackle there for number 11.
Yeah, the sticks of sticks took him down. And then Malik Anderson, 2 yard. They're going to give him 3 yard pickup, 2nd and 7. Anderson will stay in there at running back. He'll be to the right hip pocket of Clement. He'll have one receiver to either side. He's going to take the snap immediately, rolls the pocket to the right. He's going to look to throw downfield. Looks like the hitch and go never went, and it's going to be over his head, incomplete, intended for number 2, Branson Newberry.
Well, Dex Cole designs a blitz there, and he gets into the backfield. He sees that blitz coming, and as he rolls out, the route was not developing as it should. Got to throw it away.
Looks like Anderson will stay into the game. They're going to check. Out Braden Austin. They're going to check out Keontae Harris. Looks like he's going to have 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Clement will stay at quarterback. Malik Anderson will stay at running back. It's been kind of the 2-man show here post injury. 9:21 to go here in the third quarter. It's going to be Clement looking to step up in the pocket, flips the football up, and it is going to be deflected, nearly intercepted by Mr. Ryan Henry, but it'll fall to the turf incomplete. But it's going to turn 4th down.
They bring the blitz from both sides of the edge. Wyatt Wilbur gets in the backfield with Max Sear. He's got to step up, and when he stepped up in the pocket, he saw the linebacker Cole right there. Got to get rid of it.
Yeah, the first Delosier Auction Company defensive stop here of the second half. It will get the pump formation out for Science Hill.
Averaged 30 yards for 8 punts this season, so this could be an opportunity.
Knox Anderson will punt it. It is going to be kind of a squib away from Torrey Beaufort, and it is going to go quickly to the Science Hill sideline and go out of bounds at the Red Rebel 33-yard line. That's where they'll take over 1st and 10.
Came off the right side of his foot, kind of looked like a Putnam County squawkle bee. Wobbly feathers and negates it from flying high off the ground.
Well, and for the first time, we were in Putnam County 2 weeks ago, so maybe you saw one.
I saw a bunch of those squawkle bees up there.
That's the first punt for Science Hill tonight, and so it was a good time to force one. Will Jones out there. He's going to have Cohen Babley directly behind him. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, a stacked-up Jamerson to the left. He's going to put Julian Douglas in motion right to left. He'll take the shotgun snap. Play action. Now he'll flip it back. He's going to get it to Beaufort. Beaufort's going to go straight ahead forward off the first man, and he is going to get a first down and step out of bounds at the Red Rebel 45-yard line. Pickup of 12, Ben, a Twin City certified first down.
Good blocking downfield by number 88, Julian Douglas. He takes his guy all the way to the 50-yard line. That allows Beaufort some room to dance.
Well,
tackle made Tyler Holder, number 4.
And great job by Torrey Beaufort. He did not go down on first contact. The guy who tried to make the contact did, but Torrey kept on trucking for about 4 more yards. Will Jones looks over the defense. He'll look to take the shotgun snap. Beaufort in motion right to left. He'll take the snap. Now he'll hand it to Babley. Babley's going to try to find some grass. He's going to get ahead forward, get near the 50-yard line. They'll say pick up a 5 there on first down. 2nd and 5 at the midfield stripe.
Well, he finds Nash Stennett and just does a piggyback ride down the right hash and eventually gets taken down by a host of toppers.
If you follow Nash Stennett on X, that's a good one to follow. He absolutely can clear a path. And he's getting some good looks here in his senior season. 2nd and 5, ball at midfield. Will cleans his hands. He'll look over the defense. He'll stay in shotgun. Babley directly behind him. He's going to put Beaufort in motion right to left. Now he hands off. Now he's going to give it to Babley. He's going to go ahead forward. Needed the 45 to get the first down, Ben. That's where he gets to. It's going to be 5-yard pickup. Fresh set of downs. A Twin City certified first down.
Yeah, Smiley Riley's going to like that one. Big run for the back there. Tackle made by number 9, Hayden Smith.
Yeah, contact made at the topper 47-yard line. Cohen Babley carries them free of charge to the 45. Will Jones going to have a stack set to the right, one receiver to the left, Babley directly behind him. He'll clean the hands. Stands in shotgun, Beaufort in motion right to left. Takes the shotgun snap. He's going to play action. Will Jones going to look to flip it out to Beaufort. Beaufort with the football. He's going to cut back inside, gets across the 35-30, 25-20. Beaufort says gas pedal, touchdown Rebels.
He's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed after that one.
Well, and Science Hill had the perfect view, the backside. Saw the bushy tail all the way to the end zone, and he ran over the Rebel R, and the Denzo scoreboard just changed.
What a nasty run, shifty down the sideline there by Beaufort, able to find a hole and power his way into the back of the end zone.
What a play by Will Jones. Rolls the pocket to the right, waited, let the linebacker bite, and he flipped it out to Beaufort. And again, the Jets were hot, and the Jets released. There went Beaufort, and touchdown Rebels.
You're absolutely right. Will Jones, patient in the pocket, pulls that ball out of the running back's belly, makes the pass, perfect timing.
Babley to hold, Jamerson to attempt, up and true, and with 7:34 to go in the third quarter of play, Red Rebels add a 21-10 advantage over the Hilltoppers of Science Hill. You're listening to Rebel Radio on 95.7 Duke FM.
Stevenson Tire, 3 generations serving Blount and surrounding counties for over 60 years. The friendly staff at Stevenson Tire is ready to assist you and get you back on the road quickly with the most trusted tire brands in the industry. Competitive prices, tire repairs too. Expect real hometown service at Stevenson Tire. The name to trust in East Tennessee is Stevenson Tire, 2411 East Broadway Avenue in Maryville. Online at StevensonTire.net or call 865-983-1621. Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5. Stevenson Tire.
Get low when the whistle go.
And welcome back to Maryville High School in the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week on 95.7 Duke FM. I'm Wayne Kaiser alongside Ben Metz. 21-10. The Rebel lead has swollen after a Torrey Beaufort touchdown scamper on the last possession, Ben.
All started with the 3-and-out by the defense, able to stop Science Hill, get the short punt, work their way downfield. They won Bo for Beaufort.
Yeah, let's go down to Hippie. He said he's our resident rabbit expert.
Yeah, I just want to let you know, Torrey, a while ago on that interception, he went over to Will and said, that's my fault. I got to come back for that ball. He said, don't worry, I'll make up for it on the next drive. And then right there, big play by Torrey.
As Colin Stringer's kick is going to be returnable, it's going to be Branson Newberry, and Newberry's going to try to get left, and he's going to get ahead. He's going to get out to the, looks like he will get 28 yards on the return, and he'll get ahead to the 31-yard line of Science Hill.
You know, that's what I love about Torrey Beaufort is his accountability for himself. After the Alcoa game, he talked a lot about things that he held within himself that he was responsible for, and right there, he picks up and says, you know what, I'm going to get one for my teammates right here.
Yeah, big shout-out to one of our teammates, Mr. Jeff Weaver. He's listening in. Hope you get to feeling better. We're looking forward to seeing you next week at homecoming, Jeff. The first play on the next Hilltopper drive is going to be a handoff from Clement. And I couldn't see who he handed it to just because they were swarmed and dropped. It's going to be maybe a half-yard pickup. They'll call it a full one. 2nd and 9.
And Coach Nick White talks about those gang tackles and how they're opportunistic with turnovers when you get that many black jerseys in there to make that tackle. Ryan Henry led the charge, but it was cleaned up by 44, White Wilburn.
Looks like Anderson with the carry. They'll give him a positive 1, 2nd and 9. 6:49. Clement's going to take the snap. Now he's going to hand it there. He's going to get it to his backer again, Anderson. And again, Nalik Anderson is the target, and he's going to be dropped after about 3-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Credit the tackle to 20. Mason Ball does a great job to set the edge and work his way back into that rushing lane.
Little do-si-do. They gave him 3, took 1 away, and they'll call it a 2-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 7. Clement's going to have Anderson to his right hip pocket. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He'll take the snap. Looking over the defense. He's looking. Going to flush it out to Anderson. Anderson with the football. He is going to get ahead forward. He will get out to the 39-yard line, but that will be short of the line to gain by about 2 yards, Ben. It'll be 4th and 2.
Had the pass protection to make a deep pass, but in the back end, great coverage by this secondary. Number 2, Jackson Rutledge, gets credited for the tackle, 4th and short.
Offense will stay out there, so not a Delosier Auction Company defensive stop just yet. Hilltoppers sense the momentum in Maryville's favor, and Clement will step up to the line of scrimmage. He'll go under center, looking for the hard count, not going to get it. We did adjust. Clement now looks to the sideline. We'll see if he tries it again. Now he's going to look to go. Ball's on the ground, and the Rebels fall on it. So what would have been no gain, turnover, and it is going to be a Delosier Auction Company defensive stop as they turn them back.
Wyatt Wilbur goes sop, choppy burr, baby.
Yeah, what a play right there. It was stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. The ball hits the turf. Clement tries to find it, and the first person to find it was a Red Rebel.
We talked about it on the previous play. When you get that many black jerseys, Nick White and Kenny Cobble find that as a great opportunity for these guys to go in there and make the opponent make mistakes.
Quickly out there, Will Jones and company on offense. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Stacked up Hudson Jamerson to the left side. It will be Cam Porter in there at running back directly behind Will Jones. It's going to put Hudson Jamerson in motion left to right. Now he'll take the snap. He's going to hand it to Porter. Porter's going to get straight ahead forward, and he will get ahead to the Hilltopper 33-yard line. That's going to be a nice 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6, as Will and company took over inside Science Hill territory.
Outside zone run there by Cam Porter up the left hash. He had to get skinny. Tackle made, number 3, Braden Austin.
Under 5 to play here in the third quarter. Rebels lead 21-10. And a big Stonewall Delosier Auction Company defensive stop has got them set up in Science Hill territory. Will Jones in shotgun. He'll look over the defense, takes the snap. Now he's going to look to hand it to, it's going to be Cam Porter again. He's going to try to fight ahead, kicks it left, and he will pick up, looks up to be a couple. It will be third and 4.
Tackle made by 21, Augustine Pinchinillo. He bounced towards the sidelines of Science Hill, able to work his way upfield, get a couple positive yards. That play wasn't much of anything, but he made something out of it.
I tell you, they're playing cat and mouse with me on which official I need to watch. One stands on 1 yard line, one stands on another. They're going to back him up, say a 1 yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 5. 4:09 to play here in the third. Rebels lead 21-10 over the Toppers. Will Jones updates the line of scrimmage, steps back in shotgun. He's going to push it. Looks to be Babley out in motion. He's going to get the pitch. Babley's going to get the football. Wants to fight toward the 30. And good chop down there by Science Hill. That's going to be number 4, Tyler Holder, on the cut down.
Showed the blitz up the middle by both linebackers. Will Jones saw that right before the snap. He throws it out in the perimeter to the running back. Tackle made, number 4, Tyler Holder.
Ball at the Hilltopper 32-yard line. A little bit of no man's land here, Ben. The offense will stay back out there. It would be near a 50-yard kick if they attempt it, so the offense will look to do that. They will look to attempt a first down here. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Stacked up Jamerson to the left. It's going to be Cam Porter directly behind Will Jones. Will's going to take the snap, 3-step drop, looking. Now he's going to throw it deep. He's got Beaufort. Beaufort makes the catch at the 6, and he's going to backpedal into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
You knew it was coming, and you couldn't stop it.
Well, Beaufort towed the sideline and turned around his quarterback, put it on the numbers, and he just do-si-doed right into the end zone. Made the defender create the separation himself, and Beaufort for their 2nd touchdown of the night.
Read the zone coverage in the middle of the field, and on the outside there was man coverage, and he just pulls away. Makes a big passing catch there.
And with 3:04 to go here in the third quarter, Rebels extend the lead 27-10. Hudson Jamerson to attempt. High snap is corralled up and true. Hudson Jamerson knocks it through. And with 3:04 to play in the third quarter, 28-10, your new score on the Denso scoreboard. You're listening to the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week on 95.7 Duke FM.
Looking for your next flavor obsession? Say hello to REO Cheese Wagon, Maryville's gourmet grilled cheese legend and Taste of a Blunt award winner. Catch their food truck 7 days a week or swing by the cafe Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 429 West Broadway for the perfect breakfast, brunch, or lunchtime hangout. Sip on locally loved coffee and specialty teas and don't miss their new community event space, ready for your next gathering. Follow the Cheesy Magic on socials or visit reocheesewagon.com, where dreams are grilled to perfection.
This is head coach Derek Hunt. You're listening to Rebel Radio, 95.7 Duke FM. Go Rebels.
And welcome back to the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week, 95.7 Duke FM. 28-10 our new score with 3:04 after the Torrey Beaufort big-time passing catch from Will Jones. 4 plays, 37 yards, 2:18 time of possession, 32 yards, Ben, on that reception.
All started on that 4th down and short, and a Wyatt Wilbur fumble recovery. Get the ball in plus field position.
Colin Stringer puts the toe to it, and it is going to go into the end zone touchback. Ben, I think the backbreaker there is that was a 4th and 5 play. Will Jones, I wasn't discounting the opportunity for Will to kind of do the quick kick, the little pooch kick, but he saw Torrey streaking past the numbers and the defensive back kind of biting on the inside play. And I don't know who didn't watch film, but number 1's a pretty good player.
Well, we talk about it going back to Coach Quarles and then leading in with Coach Hunt. It's the ability to have confidence in your football players during the game. That's what they teach here. The players know that.
Clement quickly out there. He's going to look to throw the football intended for Anderson, Malik Anderson across the middle, and he kind of threw more outside than Malik Anderson was in the middle, and looks like it found the hands of Jackson Rutledge.
Yeah, Dax Cole goes out to the outside with Jackson Rutledge and number 17, Marcus Jones, in the area, but they swat the ball away out there in the perimeter.
Will be incomplete. The result, 2nd and 10 upcoming, 3:01 to play here in the third. Rebels lead 28-10 over Science Hill. Clement looking it over, is going to have a backer to his right hip. He'll look to hand it to Anderson. He's going to try to find space. He'll find a little. Now he gets north and south across the 30-yard line, and he will be cut down after launching ahead to the 36-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10 Science Hill.
Able to set the edge on that outside zone run. Tackle eventually made by number 7. That's Bryson Barrett.
Looks like that's going to be a new backer into the game, number 23, not 24, Keontae Harris. And looks like there's a Red Rebel down on the field. Let's go down to Hippie. Again, huge play there by Torrey Beaufort.
Yeah, incredible play by Torrey there. As soon as he got open on that hitch route, I'm like, oh, the nearest person I think to him was probably me over here on the sideline.
Yeah, just a wide open play there. Defensively, again, good coverage there, but looks like Keontae Harris got wide, got free. But a Red Rebel down on the near sideline. We're going to take us another break. Again, a medical staff out there, and we'll see kind of what's the word from down on the sideline. But, again, not what we're here for. We want the best. Oh, we're going to hang out. We're going to hang out. Looks like that's Dax Cole. It's our leading tackler who got dinged up on that one, but he will walk to the sideline on his own power. He does look a little rattled, and he'll check out of this game. But again, Dax Cole's poured his heart out here on Jim Renfro Field in Skeeter Shield Stadium.
Well, you talked about it last 2 weeks ago. Player of the game, 66 tackles coming in, 8 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. Print FX player of the game against Cookeville. The guy's malicious linebacker.
Yeah, I hope to see him some more tonight. A little play action from Clement. He's going to roll the pocket to the right. Intended receiver is going to be number 17, Marcus Jones. He's going to slide under that one near midfield. And he's going to get ahead to the Science Hill 49-yard line. Another 1st down Toppers.
10-yard post route that started on the left hash. Wide open middle of the field there in between the hash. Coverage was by number 2, Jackson Rutledge.
Mason Heltzel will check out of the game. It looks like Quincy Prigmore will check in on defensive line. Clement's going to have the backer to his right hip. Now he's going to flush the pocket to the right. He's just going to have to throw this one away. Looks like busted play. Thought he was going to be able to throw left. Nobody there. He just throws it into his own sideline.
Didn't have time to allow that corner route to develop with Mason Ball in the pocket. Had to get rid of it.
Trying to get an update from the sideline. Just kind of watch where Dax Cole is at the moment. He is getting tended to, continuing to get fluids and such from the medical staff. We'll see if he checks back into the game. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 for Science Hill. Clement will have Harris to his left hip pocket, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He'll take the shotgun snap, looks over the defense. Here comes Prigmore, and he's going to have to flush it, and he throws it ahead forward. Catch is made, they say, by number 17, Marcus Jones, but he'll net 1 yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Quincy Prigmore does a spin move, kind of forces his way to cut back in towards the quarterback. Almost got to him.
I tell you, Quincy Prigmore is an intimidating-looking fella, and that's saying a lot when you stand next to Ryan Henry. But that 51 reminds me a lot of, if you've seen the Days of Thunder movie, that's Rowdy Burns out there. Clement's going to look over the defense. He'll have the backer directly behind him. Play action. He'll roll it to the left. Now he looks to throw back close to the left. Threw it at the hash. Intended receiver was number 17 again, Marcus Jones. It'll pop off his shoulder pad and fall incomplete. In defense, looks like Andrew Smith.
I'll tell you what, Chase Tucker's having a night back there, especially on this side of the ball with the help of Bryson Barrett, but he stays right on top of the receivers. He crosses midfield, waits for that pass to come within the area, gets his hands out early, breaks up the pass.
4th and a long 9, and the offense will stay out there at midfield. We'll see what Clement and company does. They're going to take the snap, and it will be a quick kick, and it will take a Science Hill bounce inside the Rebel 20, inside the 15, continue to roll inside the Rebel 10, and it will come to rest at the Rebel 7-yard line. Best result they could have hoped for there. And Clement can do, he's pretty much a man of many tricks here tonight.
Well, I told you those Putnam County Squawklebees, they can't fly, but they can crawl.
I don't know what's more impressive, that you said Putnam right twice or Squawklebees twice. Both are important.
Those things were everywhere when we were driving up to Cookeville.
I thought those were those woolly aphids we got here. 1:16 to go here in the third quarter. Rebels have turned them back. Another Delosier Auction Company defensive stop, but they will be backed up inside their own 10, call it their own 7, as they work left to right here on Jim Renfro. Will Jones stays in that traditional shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He'll take the snap. Now he's going to hand it to the back. He's going to find some room. That's going to be Cohen Babley fighting and continuing to drive. He'll get across the 15, out to call it the 18-yard line. And that'll be a fresh set of downs, 11-yard pickup.
Had their leading tackler for loss, Darius Delacroix, on pursuit there for Science Hill. What really impresses me about Cohen is his ability to hold on to the football in those situations.
Twin City certified first down, so that's another fresh set for them. And Cohen Babley's ran really hard here tonight. It's going to be a stack set to the left, little diamond formation, 1 receiver to the right. Babley directly behind Will Jones. He'll take the shotgun snap. Going to hand it to Babley again. He's going to try to spin off him, and he will. He'll get across the 25-yard line, out to the 26-yard line. That's turning something into nothing, Ben. That's a pickup of 8 there on first down, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, he tried to make another spin move at or around the 20-yard line. Tackle made by number 12, Josiah Battle.
Play clock is off. Game clock under 20 seconds, so do not have to snap it. As we go to the fourth quarter, looks like the hands are up here at Skeeter Shield Stadium. We'll head to the fourth with your score, 28 for the Red Rebels, 10 for the Science Hill Hilltoppers. You're listening to the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week on 95.7 Duke FM.
For over 40 years, Roger L. Newman Company Heating and Cooling has been East Tennessee's trusted name in comfort. Right now, get up to $800 in rebates on high-efficiency heat pumps, plus 60 months of 0% interest financing. Want year-round peace of mind? Join their Service Plus Maintenance program for priority service and exclusive repair discounts. Call 865-982-5446. That's 865-982-5446. Or visit RogerLNewmanCompany.com. Roger L. Newman Company. Locally owned, quality driven. That's 865-982-5446.
Ain't going down till the sun comes up.
And welcome back to Skeeter Shield Stadium and Jim Renfro Field, where it is the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week, where the Red Rebels lead 28-10 over the Science Hill Hilltoppers. Ben, as we head to the fourth here at Skeeter Shield Stadium, we've turned the place red, and the Rebel faithful got the phone lights out. Even Science Hill's guys are playing a part. It's the end of 3 quarters of play, Ben. We've blossomed this lead to an 18-point advantage.
Well, I think Torrey Beaufort's been seeing red all night long, the way he's been playing football. 3 receiving touchdowns on the night, and he just continues to execute in the offensively for this football team.
Yeah, he's doing a great job for sure. Just a little update from Chris Hippie Hips. Looks like Dax Cole was cramping. He is kind of been on the sideline. Helmet is on, and he is kind of prowling, looking to get back in there, trying to see if he's out there right now. He looks like he is not out there He's not out there right now, but he's kind of ready to get in on the next defensive look. Will Jones will be in shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Jamerson will go into motion, left to right. Will Jones takes a bad snap. He's going to good job by Babel. He's going to pick it up, try to get something out of it, and he is going to go wide right, and he is going to lose a couple yards. Low snap. You don't see that very much with this front, but it went through Will's leg. Give Cohen Babley a ton of credit there. He got it off the ground, fought ahead forward, made a minimal loss there.
Yeah, good awareness by Babley to pick it up. The ball was tumbling towards the left hash, and Will was nowhere in the area. So without Babley there, it would have been a turnover.
Yeah, clear and reset. What was 3rd and 2 is going to turn 3rd and 4. Or, sorry, 2nd and 2 was 3rd and 4. Will's going to have an empty backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Looks over the defense, takes that shotgun snap. Flat-footed, he's going to pull it down. He's going to cut back left, and he's going to go ahead forward, get the first down yardage, and get beyond the 30-yard line out, call it the 33. Enough for another Twin City certified first down.
Yeah, you got to respect the run with Will Jones. He ripped off that 74-yarder against Farragut. When he starts moving like that, he can get pretty quick. Averages almost 10 yards per carry on the year.
He's normally a 3-step drop guy, so he flat-footed took the snap and immediately kind of ratcheted up the keeper. It was a good play there, good design, and again, a great decision to not think about it, not talk about it, get upfield. Will Jones looks over the defense, tight set, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Babley directly behind Will. He'll take the snap. He's going to play action pitch to Torrey Beaufort. He's going to switch around right side. He's going to try to get wide. He's going to get through the first tackle, not the second, and they'll say forward progress stopped at the 36-yard line. I don't think anybody told Science Hill. They're still chasing Torrey.
Yeah, he just refused to go down. The ref relieves him of his duties there. Number 40, Mackie Karamitis in the area.
It'll be 2-yard pickup there on first down, 2nd and 8. And again, that's good stay-home pressure there by Science Hill. That was a play that got us, and I just thought they stayed home on the backside to keep Torrey from blowing that one open.
For sure.
Under 10 minutes to play in this football game. Rebels lead 28-10. 2 receivers to the left. They're going to move Jamerson left to right. Will Jones will have, looks to be Cam Porter behind him. No, it's going to be Babley. And it looks like he's going to hand it to Babley. Babley's going to try to get free. He's going to find a lead blocker, and he's going to stay behind him to get the first down and get near midfield. They'll say he's down at the 47. That's a Rebel 47, but not before. Another Twin City certified first down.
Science Hill drops back into a cover 2 there. Zone coverage. That's a perfect execution play call there by the Red Rebels. Tackle 24, Malik Anderson.
On the far hash, looks to be another Science Hill Hilltopper down. It looked to be number 2, Branson Newberry. Can't officially say that. Don't see the number now that he's down, but we're going to stay with it. We're going to let the medical staff tend to him. He is getting worked on. They're continuing to come out, and so we're going to take a timeout. Elite Franks, a Volunteer Home Mortgage timeout, 28-10 in favor of the Red Rebels. 9:36 to play in the game. You're listening to the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week on 95.7 Duke FM. Whether it's Friday Night Lights or Saturday Showdowns, Blount County knows that Windy City Grill is your game time headquarters for big-time flavor with a Chi-Town twist. Stop by and fuel up with their top-shelf wings, burgers, Chicago-style dogs, or that mouth-watering Italian beef sandwich. Bring the whole crew out to 2641 US 411. Proud supporters of Maryville High School athletics. That's Windy City Grill, a taste of Chicago with a little Southern charm. And welcome back to the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week. It actually was number 9, Hayden Smith for Science Hill, up and off the field on his own power. We're quickly back. We're going to hand it. That's going to be Cam Porter this time. He's going to fight ahead, get the first down, continue to drag Hilltoppers into their own territory, down beyond the 40, down to the Topper 36-yard line. Huge run by Cam Porter.
Reads his blocking, gets the leverage, works his way in between the hash, gets a first down. Big run by Cam Porter.
17 yards on the carry for number 4 and and black. And, Ben, I think 14 of those yards were after contact.
That's right. It was tough to bring him down there at the end of the run.
And it looks like after the big carry, big run, that is going to be number 12 down for Science Hill. That's Josiah Battle, a wide receiver defensive back. He's a senior. Let's jump down to Hippie. Hippie, how is our injury front going? Obviously, Dax Cole kind of got dinged up, but we've been on offense since that happened.
Yeah, so it looks like for us, I mean, there's no real injuries. Dax, like I said, got a little fluid. He's feeling good. He's been running up and down the sideline. I think on this side, for Science Hill, the last 3 guys that's been hurt has been probably cramping up. I mean, they've got
some Iron Men for sure, yeah.
They got these guys playing both ways. This is a ground and pound, very physical game. Like I said, this is the 3rd guy that's been on the ground.
Yeah, and it looks like he is not going to get off on his own power. He may have actually gotten rolled up on either that or the cramp will absolutely not work out. But do want to give a shout-out. Just got a text message from Mr. Lee Franks. Again, our great timeout sponsor. He's been that for pretty much the duration. I think he's been with us all 7 seasons. Been Mr. Lee Franks of Volunteer Home Mortgage. Just down Broadway here. Check him out if you're in the need for that home mortgage.
I'll tell you what, he's one of the trusted mortgage brokers in the state and just a great man in the community. I mean, family man, he's a leader in his church. Check him out.
Yeah, and he actually has some experience in the radio game, does his own sponsors, does his own spots. Looks like a lot of motion there as the Rebels back on offense. Going to be a dual back set. Will Jones will stay in shotgun. He'll take the snap. Now he's going to hand it to Beaufort. Beaufort's going to get ahead forward. He's going to cut back. He's got a lot of green grass, man. He's going to get to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And he's going to get hit out of bounds. Touchdown, Rebels.
Flip the numbers for the Lawrence Avenue Loyals, Wayno.
Yeah, that's the 4th touchdown. 1, 2, call it 3, 4 touchdowns for Torrey Beaufort. And I think he just put his name on a second Print FX Player of the Game trophy.
Man, this is like a video game. You got to up the difficulty before you play any further.
Well, he was slowing down to get to the end zone. There was plenty of gap there, and I think for the not the first time, but one of the most recent times, the Hilltoppers let the emotion boil over there. Surprised there wasn't a flag on that play, but he gets kind of pushed into the sideline there.
Excellent run and good field awareness. We talk about Beaufort and his ability to have that spatial awareness and evade tacklers. That right there, he made a plant and spin move at the 20. What a run by Beaufort.
Well, and again, far hash was where the play started, and in the home side pylon is where it came to an end. Hippie's got a little word for us. What you got, Hips?
Yeah, so there is a personal foul.
Personal foul against Science Hill on that one. Good. I don't want to say good, but I mean it was definitely earned there, as Jamerson's kick's going to be up and true, and it looks like with 8:37 to go in this football game, the Rebels lead extended to 25 at 35 for the Red Rebels, 10 for the Science Hill Hilltoppers. You're listening to Rebel Radio on 95.7 Duke FM.
Locally owned Barnett Roofing, your hometown roofer for 20-plus years. Serving all of Maryville and surrounding areas. Certified as a GAF Elite Master Roofing Contractor, Barnett Roofing continues its reputation for attention to detail, fast service, and unmatched professionalism while offering you affordable roofing solutions. Call Barnett Roofing for free roof inspections, roof repairs, or to compare any quotes. Barnett Roofing, proudly serving their friends and family in Maryville and Blount County. The most affordable and dependable roofing company in the area, Barnett Roofing.
And welcome back to the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week, 95.7 Duke FM with 8:37 to play in this football game. Rebels now lead 35-10. While we were at the break, on the extra point, Hudson Jamerson up and true, and looks like a little scuffle was had. Number 90 for Science Hill, number 66 for the Red Rebels. Get into it, offsetting penalties, and this is where that emotion pours out late in games with Science Hill.
Yeah, and you talk about emotion early in the second half, the interception that happened against the Red Rebels. Hippie talked about that. Beaufort took that personal, and kind of like that movie Indiana Jones, where he turns to him and says, "What are you after? Fortune and glory, Dr. Jones. Fortune and glory.
Well, Dr. Jones handed it to Torrey Beaufort, and Beaufort did the rest. A great play there. Torrey, like I said, there was so much video game action there. He's on the far side hash. He cuts back middle of the field. A guy looks to have a good angle on him, and Torrey just finds the pylon and beelines for it.
Yeah, his ability and athleticism to stretch the field and then also work from sideline to sideline, it's on display tonight.
Yeah, we're going to go down to Hippie. Hippie, a lot of conversation going on with the staff over there for Science Hill. What's going on? Hey, Hippie.
Yeah, it looks like number 90 after.
You're kicking out, Hippie. Go ahead.
I said it looks like number 90 hit our player after the play.
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there. Hippie kind of cutting in and out, but it looks like an additional personal foul there on number 90. And so I think Coach Carter wanted a little explanation on that, and looks like he's got it, and his guys are getting out there on kick return.
Yeah, it could have been a late hit there by 90, causing the penalty yardage.
Well, it looks like there's Colin Stringer doesn't need a lot of help to get it out of the back of the end zone, but looks like after all the penalty yardage is assessed, he's going to tee this one up right to left on Jim Renfro on the Hilltopper 30-yard line.
Yeah,
I don't know that my car's in good shape here. It's on the other side of Don Story.
Might try the onside kick. Look at this.
Looks like we're trying it. Why not? I like the call. Stringer's approaching. It's going to be a flat kick. It's going to high bounce.
Oh!
And then it's going to be gone. Max Sear with the football. He's going to scoop and score. Max Sear, kick, return, touchdown.
Cue the circus music. We're clowning and they're frowning, baby.
Yeah, here you go. The big top is up, and Sticks gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
What a play. What a play.
Well, here's the deal. They can't call back the emotion. They may have a flag on the play. We're going to see what happens. Hippie, what you got?
Yeah, so unfortunately on an onside kick, you can't advance it, but it is Maryville's ball from the spot where Max Sear got it.
Well, he advanced it, and I called it, and it was great. It was awesome.
Yeah, I liked it.
I hope CJ got some video of that. That was amazing. But, hey, it's one of those things. Those penalties generated that decision to go for the onside kick, and Colin Stringer, a beauty, as it was flat on the tee, and he popped it. It hit hard off the turf, high bounce. Science Hill touched it, and Max Sear scooped it.
Yeah, Max Sear, 2 forced fumbles on the year, and he just continues to be opportunistic in the game of football.
And it looks like Will Jones puts Torrey Beaufort in motion. He is going to play action twice. Now a little pitch play, and there is Brody Smith. They've been watching Kyle Proctor at Alabama.
I'll tell you
we just had a left tackle carry the football. What a play, Ben.
I'll tell you what, that was a lot of beef coming down the sidelines there.
Well, and number 55, Brody Smith, his dad was an NFL tight end. And he didn't look bad with the football in his hand, Ben.
No, he looked good going down that sideline.
8:06 to play. I know there's been some emotion here recently, but the Rebels have fought hard here tonight to a 35-10 advantage with the football inside the Boyd Firm red zone. Cam Porter's going to be deep back. Looks like Torrey Beaufort's going to move left to right, and Grayson Myers going to move right to left. Will Jones stays in shotgun formation. He's going to update Cam Porter. Now he's going to put Grayson Myers in motion. Now he'll take the snap. A lot of motion there. It looks like he's going to pull it out of his belly. Will Jones going to take it inside the 5. Will Jones, touchdown.
Willie the Kid. Willie the Kid.
Touchdown, Rebels. And after the play, another personal foul, late hit against Science Hill. Just a cup runneth over for the Hilltoppers.
Well, how about the read in the backfield? Ronan Bishop comes in off the edge, and he waits for him to bite. And as soon as he bites, he pulls it and charges into the back of the end zone.
Cam Porter had 9 fingers on it. Will Jones caught the gap and pulled it out. He gets to the end zone. He's probably halfway across the red letters on the end zone and gets drilled and just right at the back, Judge. And so they threw a necessary flag there, Ben.
How about the Magic Man getting in the end zone?
The Denzo scoreboard now reads the Rebels 41, the Hilltoppers 10. Hudson Jamerson's on to attempt. Here's the deal. When you have a late hit right here, they're going to move it so close. I would take it on the kickoff because otherwise Jamerson's going to have to kick it vertical, just straight up.
Yeah.
Hippie, what a play by Willie the Kid.
Yeah, fellas, a great play there. Unfortunately, a late hit by them. I think for us, the Taunton penalty on top of it, though.
Well, giveth and taketh away. Hudson Jamerson is out there looking. He's got his hands on his hips, but I don't think that's necessarily nervous. He's just like, where are we putting it down at?
Yeah.
Cohen Babley's done a great job tonight, buddy. You talk about Torrey Beaufort. He's done a great job. Will Jones has done a great job. That offensive line has done an amazing job. Just talk about what Coach Hicks, Coach Waters does with those guys, building them up. And, again, a next play mentality. One of their guys even got a little bit of yardage there.
Had great pass protection on the evening to allow for some of those big plays with Torrey Beaufort. And then Babley's been able to wait for his blocks and be patient with those blocks up front. But, yes, Coach Hicks and Coach Waters do an excellent job getting those guys ready.
Yeah, this staff has put together a clinic here in the second half of adjustments. Hippie, obviously, we've not missed anything. What's going on down there?
Yeah, so you had the personal foul for the late hit in the end zone. Then, of course, I think the Maryville offensive lineman took offense and retaliated. And then I think Will and a couple other players were doing their handshake, which could be considered taunting, which then forced Science Hill to retaliate. So it looks like it's going to be personal foul on both teams, maybe.
Wow. You think, like, I've never needed cliff notes for some of this stuff, but I feel like, can you write that down?
Well, I feel like this poor red carpal tunnel after writing all the names down tonight.
It's going to be a long report for sure. It's going to be like a home inspection. But Ben, what do you take away from that? Again, some of this stuff, the retaliation. You know, there's a lot of things. Don't retaliate. But you're protecting your quarterback. So where do you lie on that?
Well, you know, this matchup we talked about it in the pregame show. The Hilltoppers have made the playoffs in 6 of the last 7 seasons, but ended all of those runs right here at the Skeeter. So there's a lot of emotion in this ball game, and you're seeing it take place out there on the field.
Finally in formation, Babley to hold, Jamerson to attempt, up and true. And with 7:31 to go in this football game, 42 for our Red Rebels, 10 for the Science Hill Hilltoppers. You're listening to the Junk Be Gone Game of the Week on 95.7 Duke FM.
Maryville Top Shop is your local source for just about every countertop you can imagine. You must see their new 12,000 square foot indoor slab warehouse to believe it. Maryville Top Shop is your one-stop shop. Get everything you need for the install. An East Tennessee leader in making your dream kitchen and baths a reality. Multi-generational and family-owned since 1986 with a dedicated team of design experts to guide you through your personalized experience. Discover Top Shop before you buy anywhere else. You'll be glad you did. Visit MaryvilleTopShop.com. Proudly offering well-worn cabinets.
From the Hep Plumbing Studios, we want to be your plumber. This is WDKW, Maryville, Knoxville, 95.7 Duke FM. Your home for Maryville Red Rebel Athletics.
Hello, Winnie, 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 Winnie. Get up and I'm a Winnie.
And welcome back to Maryville High School, Skeeter Shield Stadium, Jim Renfro Field, where the Red Rebels have blossomed to a 42-10 advantage over the Hilltoppers of Science Hill. Been 7:31 to go, and tick, clock, tick. A 32-point advantage does instill the running clock in the second half. Took us a minute to get here, but we're here.
Yeah, the frustrations by the Toppers set that up for an onside kick, able to recover the onside kick by Max Sear. That set up the touchdown, and what a play fake there by Will Jones to run and power his way in the end zone.
Yeah, just you hadn't seen that much tonight. Maybe only his third carry of the night, but it was a one worth taking. And looks like Colin Stringer's kick is going to be returnable. It will be muffed by the return man. That's going to be number 2, Newberry. But he's going to pick it up, find his footing, and get ahead to the 21-yard line. That's where Science Hill will take over 1st and 10.
Good execution downfield there on the tackle. That was number 86, Thomas. Or correction, that was number 36, J.D. Melanson.
Well, Ben, this is going to be an interesting dynamic for Science Hill. Again, they're 6-1, barring a miracle here in the last under 7 now to play. this is where you've got to find yourself. You've got to continue to play, and this pushes you to play fast, which is something they haven't done all night.
That's right.
Clement is going to have two receivers to the left, one to the right. Play action, flips it out in the flat, and looks like right there, read it all the way in, is going to be number 23, Brenton Campbell on defense. I think he tackled number 23.
Well, that's Brenton Campbell coming off of number 17, their lead tackler, Marcus Jones. He just sheds that block and makes a good tackle. How about the quickness by Brenton Campbell?
They're going to say catch made by Nalik Anderson, number 24. They've got Keontae Harris, number 23, and Nalik Anderson, number 24 in there, and they're stacking them to the same side. A crumpled jersey looks the same to me. Clement's going to stay in shotgun, running back to his right hip pocket, two to the right, one to the left. They're going to look to flip it out to 17. He's going to catch the high throw, and he is going to be drilled. A lot of Red Rebels over there. The reception made, though, by number 17, Marcus Jones.
Good tackle by number 16, Will Elder, 5'7", 140-pound sophomore. I'm telling you, the athleticism with this kid and the spatial awareness that he has from the safety position, he's going to be exciting to watch over the next couple years.
So both of the first two plays of this drive net -2 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 12 upcoming. 5:35 to play in this football game. Again, running clock. Only thing that's going to stop it is timeouts and injuries. Clement's going to take it, play action, wants to throw deep. He's going to go deep ball. It is going to float, and it is going to be nearly intercepted. Intended receiver was number 2, Branson Newberry, but Kevon Carter had a beeline on it.
Had safety help with number 16 there, Will Elder. Kevon Carter goes with the mirror technique down the right hash, almost comes down with the football.
Yeah, 5:04 to play. That incompletion will not stop the clock as there is a 32-point advantage, and so pump formation on for Science Hill. Again, the team in the white jersey punting down 32. That's the white flag, Ben. It's going to be a high snap. Kick is away. That's number 26. It's going to be a high spinner, and looks like fair catch called for and muffed, but he will jump back on it. That looks to be number 16. That is going to be Will Elder into the game as the punt returner.
Felt a little bit of pressure there with Branson Newberry in the area. Good job sticking with the football and recovering it.
Well, good job. When it knocked down, it almost landed on the ground completely flat. It didn't necessarily squirrel out of there very much, and he was able to, take the wherewithal to get on top of it. Looks like 32-point advantage is enough to exit Will Jones and enter Tyler Sigmund, number 9 in at the controls for the Red Rebels. Sophomore quarterback, big boy. He is going to be 6'5", 185 pounds. Looks like he'll have Brenton Campbell directly behind him. He's going to take the snap, hands it to 23. Brenton Campbell looks to get right, get a head forward. It looks like he'll pick up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Trips up on a decent run there for Campbell. Tyler Sigmund, number 9, 16 of 25 on the year, 168 yards passing, 1 passing touchdown. Had that 18-yard touchdown screen to Gibby Tomerlin versus West in that record night.
3:33 and counting. Looks like checking in will be number 10, Ty Tomerlin, into the game, directly behind Sigmund. Sigmund in shotgun. He'll take a low snap. Now he's going to he's going to play action. Ty Tomerlin looks to throw across his body. He's going to have the receiver downfield. That's going to be number 19, Calvin Stinson. Makes the catch and punches it into Science Hill territory, into the Science Hill 48-yard line.
At the top of that deep out route, he was able to get separation from number 34, Benjamin Hall. Good pass and catch, Sigmund and Stinson.
Yeah, 6'5". That was a long draw, but he struck on that pass. Really nice throw there. And he is going to be back in shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now he's going to actually hand it to Tomerlin. He's going to go right, cut back middle of the field, gets across the topper 45-yard line, and powers down to the topper 41. That's going to be a pickup, looks to be of 6 on 2nd down. It will be 3rd and 3.
Inside zone, downhill running style by Tomerlin, eventually tackled by number 45, Kellen Fisher.
And this is going to be clock emptying formation. There's going to be Sigmund with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Clean football. Looks like new backer into the game. Trying to get a number on that one. It is 30-something. And looks like 33 is going to get the football. That is going to be Cash Tucker. Tucker will get the first down. Needed 3 yards. Looks like he's going to get about 10 yards, and he is going to get ahead forward to the Topper 32-yard line. Another Twin City certified first down.
That's another diverse style running back for the Red Rebels, and he does a little bit of scamper and a little bit of downhill, eventually taken down by 34, Benjamin Hall.
Looks like possibly Brenton Campbell checking in, Cash Tucker checking out. 1:40 to play in the football game. The faithful have seen a good one here tonight, Ben. They're getting their stuff prepared, looking to exit Skeeter Shield Stadium, and it's been a fun night. Honoring George Quarles at the beginning and lifting up the 2025 Team 100 to finish it off. Looks like a little play action. They're going to kick it out to Kevon Carter, and the Hilltoppers cover it well. Kevon Carter with the reception is going to lose about 3 yards. And again, good coverage by the Toppers.
Keontae Harris gets into the backfield, makes the tackle for the Toppers.
They'll say a loss of 2, forward progress, and so it'll be 2nd and 12. 1:03 to play. Under a minute next time by. Again, Tyler Sigmund at the controls, 42-10 the advantage. Rebels lead. He's going to look it over. Should be the last snap of the game right here. Tyler Sigmund takes the snap. He's going to hand it. He's going to hand it to Campbell. Campbell's going to try to get wide spin move. He's going to get down to the 30-yard line of the Hilltoppers. They'll set the ball, but maybe off or not. We'll see.
Number 21, Augustine Pinchinillo, in on the tackle for the Toppers. Good run scamper there by 23 Campbell.
Looks like J.T. Allen checks out of the game. There was some movement there. Looks like Coach Hunt's seen enough. He's going to line the guys up at the 50-yard line, take a walk to meet Coach Stacy Carter and the Hilltoppers. 13 seconds, 12. Here comes the Hilltoppers. They're going to get in line. But what a night, Ben. As the clock hits under 5 to play here, they're going to start shaking hands. A game that the Rebels went down for the first time this season since week number 1, and they battled back, found the grit, found their footing here at Skeeter Shield Stadium, and really rattled off 42 unanswered points to take a 42-10 victory here at Skeeter Shield Stadium.
Well, Coach Hunt talks about it. He likes how this team has the ability to make in-game adjustments as a unit, and they were able to do that early into the second quarter, and it worked its way all the way into the second half. Great execution on both sides of the ball for the Red Rebels.
Clock has hit zeros. The teams are still continuing to shake hands. Again, a hard-fought, emotional game. But at the end of this football game, Jim Renfro put on a show, 42-10 in favor of the Red Rebels. We're going to take a break. Listen to these great sponsors. When we come back, we're going to have the Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply post-game show and talk to our Print FX player of the game. You're listening to Rebel Radio on 95.7 Duke FM.
Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply with all the tools and equipment you could need for your lawn care. It's time to plan for fall, and their staff has the knowledge to get you the right products for your lawn, including proven turfgrass technology, tall fescue blend, custom organic blends, and more. And don't forget that fall fertilizer. When it comes time to cut that new lawn, Dickens Supply has the top brands you trust, including Wright Mowers, Echo, Ferris Mowers, and Red Max Power Equipment. Use what the pros use. Shop Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply in Knoxville, Maryville, and Dickens' new location on Emory Road in Powell. Online at dickenssupply.com.
Yep, it's that time once again. It's football time in Tennessee. Hello, friends from Twin City Certified Used Cars, Trucks, and SUVs. If you're in the market for a like-new pre-owned vehicle, let Smiley Riley and Twin City Certified in Maryville be the choice. Over 600 pre-owns to choose from. It's auto buying made easy. 865-980-2600 or click TwinCityCertified.com. Twin City Certified in Maryville. It's the quality you deserve.
And welcome into the Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply post-game show right here on Rebel Radio 95.7 Duke FM. This one's been a good one, Ben. A four-quarter blow, kind of bout, if you will, 42-10 in favor of the Red Rebels. Took us a while to kind of get the juices flowing, but in the second half, no answers for Torrey Beaufort. 42-10, the final here from Skeeter Shield Stadium.
And then on the defensive side of the ball, able to maximize our opportunities, get some turnovers, but completely shut down the run. The Toppers had 101 rushing yards in the first half and finished out the ball game with only 39 more rushing yards. So great job by that defense defensive front seven.
Yeah, just really kind of took a shot on the chin there early in the game, but responded as we knew they could and did and would. Maryville beat Science Hill 42-10. Let's look at final stats brought to you by His Ground LLC for the Red Rebels. 46 total plays, 420 yards of offense, 29 carries on the ground, 223, and then 15 of 17 passing from Will Jones and Tyler Sigmund for 197 passing yards. There are 3 passing touchdowns and the 1 interception. If you look at individual stats, Cohen Babley led the way rushing, 14 carries for 102 yards. Torrey Beaufort, 2 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown. Cam Porter, 5 carries for 30 yards and a touchdown. And then Will Jones, 3 carries for 29 yards and a touchdown. Cash Tucker, Ty Tomberlin, Britton Campbell, and Brody Smith all had single-digit carries for single-digit yardage there in the second half.
Yeah, that combination with Will Jones and Torrey Beaufort was as sweet as R.C. Cola and a moon pie, buddy. I mean, just absolutely fabulous all night long, able to generate that efficient offense that we've had all season, and they continue to do it with 420 total offensive yards in the ball game.
Yeah, talk about the passing category. Will Jones, 13 of 15 passing, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 186 passing yards, and then Tyler Sigmund in relief, 2 for 2 for 11 yards. Had a pretty good QBR there, 146. Hudson Jamerson, 1 punt on the night, 35 yards. That's his long tonight. And then, of course, Torrey Beaufort, he gets the kick return for 20 yards, and then Colton Faust, 1 for 18. Really not a lot of work in that category tonight. You look at it being a little bit of penalty situation there, a little do, and then monkey see, monkey do on the physical play there. But you look at it, we battled through that adversity, actually owned time of possession. You look at the game, looks like we owned it for more than 30 minutes tonight, most of that coming in the second half. Just really, if you want to play a slow game, we've got the tools to do it with. 1 of 1 on 4th down, 3 of 5 on 3rd down, and just really, I think they had a really good efficiency in the first half, second half, not so much.
Yeah, and towards the end of the first half, we were concerned about getting off the field on 3rd and 4th down defensively. At the half, we were 1 of 7 getting off the field on those money downs. End of the ball game, second half, we were 4 of 4 getting off the field on 3rd and 4th down. So really maximized, and whatever the game plan was, we talked about it coming out of the locker room. The coaches were going to make their adjustment, be ready, and boy, were they ever.
Well, and you know, this is a coaching staff. When it comes to you know, putting your mind at ease that they're going to make the right adjustments, I'll vote their way every single time. They do a great job. They've seen so much of this football and this tight type of football in 6A. I wasn't worried. I thought they did a great job.
Held Lane Clement to only 17 yards passing in the second half, 132 yards passing in the first half, and only threw for 17 yards in the second. Completely shut them down offensively from the beginning of the third quarter to the end of the ballgame.
Yeah, and if you look at it, Nalik Anderson ends the game 12 carries for 73 yards, 44-yard rip in the first quarter. And so you tell that's what you were saying, really shut them down. Keontae Harris, 1 for 16. Lane Clement, 2 for 3. And then you look at Clement, 17 of 29 passing for 149 yards. Really, in the second half, not clear throwing lanes. He had duress pretty much all second half and just couldn't get away with it. Branson Newberry led the receiving category for Science Hill, 3 catches for 57 yards. But as we talked about, a lot of splash plays, his long of 38.
Yeah, and some notable plays that don't make the stat sheet. We saw a nice little play there by Brody Smith down the sideline. We talked about the Chase Tucker interception. Wyatt Wilbur had a fumble recovery. And then Max Sear also regained an onside kick. So a couple notable plays there you might not see on the stat sheet.
Yeah, and the Max Sear deal, you know, even though it's a rule, if I was Max Sear, I would return that every time. You'd have to fight me for it. Max Sear scooped it out of the air and found his way to the end zone. You know, he's had really good performances against Science Hill. Did so again tonight. But let's go down to Chris Hips. Obviously, Chris, we've got a guy with 4 touchdowns. I think we know where our player of the game's going. But what do you take away from tonight?
Yeah, fellas, I think y'all said it best. I mean, we got hit in the mouth in that first quarter and then just came back and responded. I think we did a good job of trying not to let Science Hill get under our skin. I mean, there was a couple times they were doing cheap shots, especially the key players. Like I said, I think we kept our cool. Did a great job. Coach said great job, by the way.
But Hippie, you did a good job down there. Obviously, had to come down to you a lot for those underground connection penalty explanations. But man, what about a team took a 10-point deficit and rattled off 42 unanswered? It's just, you don't see that in sports. You don't see a team that gains early momentum giving it up like that, and they did that so much tonight. And it's the resiliency and the leadership and the growth that this team's experienced over the last 7 ball games.
Yeah, fellas, couldn't agree more. I mean, coming out of fall break, I think we were a little sluggish in that first quarter, but like you said, the leadership stepped up. Like I said, Torrey, after the interception, first thing he said is, "Don't worry, I'll get it back." I mean, he added three after that incident, so, definitely amazing leadership by this Maryville team.
Found himself for sure. Well, go ahead and find big number 1 and tell him he's number 1 tonight and send him on up here, okay, bud?
10-4, fellas.
All right, so Ben, obviously there's other action going on around the area, usually a little bit earlier in the action, but tell us some scores from around the area.
Got some final scores here. Bearden 10, Cleveland 28. Another final score, Oakdale 7, Greenback 48. Another final, Alcoa 47, Heritage 0. And then Eagleton Academy, this is a final, 13 for Eagleton. Polk County gets the victory with 23 points. And then West 59, William Blount 14. That is a final. And then the last one that's in mid-state, that's the Farragut game. And at halftime, Farragut 6, Cookeville 13.
Wow, tight one out there. The Admirals trying to bring another victory back to East Tennessee. We'll kind of have to you'll have to stay updated on Coach T to find out that one. But, Ben, obviously want to recognize our sponsors. A great night tonight, as we'll be able to talk to Tori Beaufort here in just a minute. But do want to shout out Junk Be Gone, Game of the Week sponsor. It's their 20th year in East Tennessee. Check them out, junkbegone.biz or 865-675-5865.
Yeah, locally owned and operated by Mike and Tracy Such. They're such a great family that put this thing together back in 2005. And let me tell you, if you're looking for like dumpster rentals, paper shredding, light demolition with a personal touch, check out their website. They oftentimes run deals on that website. So if you're looking to clean up your residence or place of business, give Junk Be Gone a check out on their website.
Couldn't agree more. Also want to give a shout out to our game day sponsors, the Italian Apron, REO Cheese Wagon. They feed us on a regular basis, and again, appreciate those. Check them out. Both of those great local restaurants, local eateries, if you will. Windy City Grill, that's our home for the Red Rebel Rundown on Wednesday nights. Come check us out, but also follow Windy City on Facebook, Instagram, and X, or call in an order, 865-724-2508. And Quinn Appliance, a game day mention sponsor. Check them out, quinnappliance.com or 865-981-4030.
Yeah, Quinn Appliance is a great place if you have any projects that you're looking for at your house. Look, they have so many options, so give them a check.
And then give our shout-outs to our great sponsors. Stevenson Tire gave us our starting lineup tonight. Roger L. Newman, all the great kickoffs. Barnett Roofing, our halftime show sponsor. Maryville Top Shop, our pregame show sponsor. And then right here, our Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply postgame show. Twin City Certified saw a lot of first downs for the Red Rebels here tonight. They'll continue to do that through the rest of the season. Maryville Monument let us talk to Coach Derek Hunt pregame and at half. El Jimador Mexican Grill gave us all the touchdowns, including 4 Tori Beaufort touchdowns. The Boyd Firm Red Zone was lit up tonight. Lee Franks of Volunteer Home Mortgage gave us those timeouts. PrintFX will give us our PrintFX Game of the Week sponsor. Denso Manufacturing, the scoreboard sponsor. Delosier Auction Company, the defensive stops. And then His Ground LLC, end of quarter and end of game stats. Donna Talent gave us Hippie's Keys to Victory and the red and black throwback you heard at the half. Pokies in Sports Outfits Rebel Radio, and David's Abbey Carpet and Floors, our Rebel Rundown sponsor. Underground Connection ain't got to work out tonight. Penalty explanations.
Got to give a shout out to His Ground LLC. This past week, I sat in a fire pit in a backyard locally, and it was well put together. Josh Terriot and his dad and that group, they put together quality work and craftsmanship. This thing had a perfect fireplace, and then it led up to a wooden deck in their backyard. Great job by His Ground LLC.
Yeah, they do landscape, hardscape, they do dumpster rentals, they do all kinds of great things, so definitely check them out for sure. But we're going to take a break, listen to these great sponsors. You're listening to the Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply post-game show where the Red Rebels defeat the Science Hill Hilltoppers 42-10 right here at Skeeter Shield Stadium. You're listening on 95.7 Duke FM.
Hi, I'm Jeff Wallace with Maryville Monument. Before you buy a memorial for your loved one anywhere else, give us a call. This goes for anything in granite, bronze, or marble. While we've been in Maryville for over 100 years, we service all of East Tennessee. My team provides quality craftsmanship at the most affordable prices and fastest turnaround time. Do not be taken advantage of during life's most challenging moments. Give us a call at 865-983-3192.
El Jimador Mexican Grill, a Blount County tradition for 20 years. El Jimador Mexican Grill is fast, filling, and fantastic Mexican food at a fair price. Come to El Jimador Mexican Grill for daily lunch specials Monday through Saturday from 11 till 4. Dine in for a great dinner with family and friends, or call ahead for takeout anytime. Open Sunday through Thursday till 10, Friday and Saturday until 10:30. Your fiesta awaits at El Jimador Mexican Grill, 1705 East Lamar Alexander Parkway in Maryville. Call 865-681-6040. El Jimador Mexican Grill, a proud sponsor of Blount County Sports.
This is Attorney David Boyd. I'm pleased to announce for the second year in a row, I am the Red Zone sponsor for the Maryville High School football team. If you make it to the game, stop by and say hello. I'll be standing on the top row to the left of the press box. If you can't make it, make sure to tune in and listen to the game here on Duke FM, where you'll hear the play-by-play by Wayne Kaiser and Ben Metz, two of the best in the business. Let's have a great year. Go Rebels. I'm David Boyd. I'm a lawyer.
Folks, want the best possible mortgage rate and terms available? Go local. Volunteer Home Mortgage is home-owned and operated. We're part of your community. And when you buy or refinance with us, you're helping local folks who shop locally too. That's neighbors helping neighbors. Call me to see how your local wholesale mortgage broker can help you get the best possible mortgage. I'm Lee Franks, Volunteer Home Mortgage at 865-238-7500, 865-238-7500, or text VOLUNTEER to 33655, NMLS 1641325.
All roads lead to another road. Miranda Gage, Rebels, and Road. Oh, come on.
And welcome back to Rebel Radio and the Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply postgame show right here, Rebel Radio 95.7 Duke FM. 42-10 your final here from Skeeter Shield Stadium. Junk Be Gone Game of the Week. Bennett, it started out a really impressive and emotional kind of day as George Quarles back in town, and he's kind of lifting up all the fun things that he endured and he put together in this time, but talk about just how it started with George and it ended with 42 unanswered points. I don't know why, but that makes sense to me. There's a marriage there.
Yeah, I tell you what, it was such a special ceremony at the beginning of the game. There wasn't anybody in the stadium sitting down. Everybody was standing up and recognizing a man that brought this program to such greatness in the community and helped touch so many lives. And then the game came on and the emotions started right away and came out a little bit flat a little bit at the beginning of the game, made the appropriate adjustments, and boy, did we execute towards the end of that second quarter and finish them off in the second half.
Yeah, and again, a big hand of that was number one, Torrey Beaufort. 4 touchdowns on the night, 3 rushing, one receiving, and just a relentless effort to not go down on first contact. No arm tackles are getting him down. And for the second time this year, he's going to get his name on a Print FX Player of the Game.
Yeah, he's been fun to watch, and we talk about his ability to work the field, work the open field, but also make the appropriate cuts sideline to sidelines. It's like a video game with this guy. He's just incredible.
He's fun to watch for sure. We're going to take a 1 commercial break. We're going to get him set up on a headset. When we come back, Torrey Beaufort, this week's Print FX Player of the Game. You're listening to the Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply postgame show on Rebel Radio 95.7 Duke FM.
What's going on, Rebel fans? This is Kaylor Talent, co-owner and partner at Print FX. I want to personally invite you to come check out our new facility at 427 Whitecrest Drive in Maryville, right between Home Depot and Crest Bowling Lanes. Just like the Rebels, Print FX has added some all-star talent to our roster this year. Our team is growing, our space is growing, and our printing capabilities are bigger than ever. From your small format marketing materials to billboards and semi-truck wraps, we've got you covered with everything in between. If you're a business, big or small, a school, charity, organization, or just someone needing high-quality print work, we want to be your partner in print. Stop by and see what the buzz is about, or follow us on social media to get some inside action on our team. But most importantly, go Rebels!
Get low when the whistle go.
And welcome back into the Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply postgame show, where our Red Rebels defeat the Science Hill Hilltoppers 42-10. But now joined, and probably the first time tonight he's standing still, Torrey Beaufort, this week's Print FX Player of the Game. Torrey, another great night at Skeeter Shield Stadium. That's 2 out on the year so far.
Yeah, we're in a tight space right here. I mean, 4 foot by maybe 10 foot, but if you put a whole defensive unit in here, I think he could evade every tackle and get to that back door.
So Torrey, I know you're you're younger than we are significantly, but they used to have a statement that said couldn't catch him in a phone booth. Do you even know what a phone booth is?
I do know what a phone booth is.
Okay, good deal. Well, Torrey, tonight, if you haven't heard already, 2 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown, 7 catches, 133 yards, and 3 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns on the night. It's hard not to give you the award when you win that. Talk to us about what Science Hill was presenting and how you were able to kind of weave through Hilltoppers to get to the end zone.
Yeah, so last year they gave them a good game, and our coaches have been just harping on us they're going to come out and play hard. So I feel like that's what they did. First came out and played very hard, very physical, and just got to give credit to our defense. They came out, held them to 10 points. They figured it out second half and just let us go to work, and the offense figured it out, and we just scored.
Yeah, it was incredible what the defense did in the second half. Held them to only 39 rushing yards, able to get off the field on 4 of 4 money down situations. But, that one play that you made in the start of the second quarter where you were able to scamper down the sidelines and work your way back into the end zone, just talk us through that play, what you saw when you made that pass and catch.
Yeah, just watching film, seeing our coverage, I feel like I had a good idea what the corner was going to do. He tried to jam me, and I made a miss, and the safety couldn't get over there fast enough, and Will threw me a great ball and just walked into the end zone.
And Torrey, again, talk to us about that little pitch play that really kind of deceptively, you probably want to score on that play, but pretty good coverage. You kind of get in the traffic over there on the far hash. What made you kind of cut it across field and see all that green grass?
Yeah, I was just keeping my head up. I had great blocks. I probably could have ran right anyway, but I feel like I just had more of an open lane, and I seen a gap, and I just ran through it.
At the start of the second half, we got down to Hippie, and Hippie said after that interception, you kind of took that a little bit personal, and you put it on yourself to start working back and showing your teammates that, hey, you know what? We're gonna win this ball game soundly. Talk a little bit about that emotion and how you've grown up and just held yourself accountable over the years.
Yeah, we were talking about adversity all week, and right there, that's just adversity hit. We got the ball back to start the second half, and that's what you want. Every team wants, get the ball back, get a chance to score, have your defense go make a stop. And I feel like we were having a good job, and just a little bit of miscommunication, and I feel like it was my fault. Will threw a ball, I should have went up and got it, but I just have to keep our composure, our whole team, keeping 5 good in our line, and that's what we did. We kept our composure, came back out and scored.
And I think this team does a great job of next play mentality for sure. But I don't know if you knew this or not, but with your 4 touchdowns tonight, you are the leading touchdown scorer on this year's team year to date. You got 14 touchdowns on the year, and now 4 of those came right here tonight. So got to be definitely, if you look at the year-to-date stats, you are Will's go-to guy. 10 touchdowns in the receiving category, and of course a lot of work there done in the rushing game. But, Torrey, I know you've been on your feet all night tonight, so we're not going to keep that going very much. But you get another of hot sauce if you've emptied the first one.
It's good.
You get another keychain to put on another gym bag.
Perfect.
And you put wristbands on the other hand, I guess, now. So, and then you get to eat at Windy City this next Wednesday. We look forward to talking to you again. Different questions, so much preparation needed for you.
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right. That's Torrey Beaufort, this week's Print FX Player of the Game. Again, 42-10, the final here from Skeeter Shield Stadium. You're listening to the Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply postgame show. But, Torrey, help us finish it out. You remember the drill, right?
Yes, sir.
Like we're going to finish it. I'll say go Rebels, and you and Ben finish it with a huge go Rebels after that, okay?
Yes, sir.
The Red Rebels start the homestand, a not-so-gracious host, and send the Hilltoppers back up Interstate 40 and 81 with more luggage in that loss column, and that means a big Red Rebel victory. The Rebels improve to 7-1 as the Hilltoppers fall to 6-2. Final score for Maryville High School, the Red Rebels 42, Science Hill 10. As we look to finish up tonight's broadcast, let's appreciate wish all those that make this possible. A special thanks, as always, first to the Rebel faithful for letting us tell the story here tonight. Much appreciation to our great administration at Maryville High School as they support us each and every week. And thanks, as always, to our great sponsors you've heard in and out of the breaks. Thanks to Mr. Ken Main for the up-to-minute stats, and thanks to Miss Laura back at the studio for getting us in and out of those breaks all night long. All the Rebel faithful, please be safe as you head on home. But for Ben Matz, Chris Hips, and Tori Beaufort, I'm Wayne Kaiser, and you've listened to Rebel Radio. If you're leaving the stadium or on the road home, take care, be safe, and yes, go Rebels.
Go Rebels! Run like a rebel, run like a rebel!
Denso Manufacturing is setting the standard in the automotive industry. Dedicated to contributing to a better world, Denso is focused on creating a greener environment through carbon neutrality and developing a worry-free future with zero traffic fatalities. Whether it's on the manufacturing floor or on the football field, it's all about precision, performance, and passion. And just like the Rebels, Denso Manufacturing is proud to be a part of this incredible community. So let's keep that energy high and support our team. From your friends at Denso Manufacturing, go Rebels! For more information about opportunities at Denso Maryville, visit densocareers.com/Maryville. That's DENSO careers.com/Maryville. Check them out and craft your future today. Delosier Realty and Auction asks, why auction? Many people, when selling property or settling a parent's or grandparent's estate, choose Delosier Realty and Auction. But why an auction? Because Delosier does it all for you. From organizing to marketing to the actual auction to cleanup and closing, just give Delosier the keys and they'll come take care of the rest. Learn more at DelosierAuctions.com or call 865-681-7797. Delosier Realty and Auction in Maryville.
Do you have dreams for your backyard? His Ground can make those dreams come true. His Ground is locally owned and operated by a Maryville football alum. With 3 generations in the landscaping services business, His Ground is operated on Christian-based principles and offers all landscaping services, including hardscapes, patios, retaining walls, and more. His Ground will turn your backyard dreams into reality. Visit hisground.com today. His Ground is a proud sponsor of Maryville High School athletics.
Hey Rebel Nation, I'm Donna Talent with Realty Executives. I've spent nearly 25 years with the same firm simply because we are, hands down, the most successful real estate company in East Tennessee. Our sales numbers are a fact that back up the statement, no company sells more. As a lifelong East Tennessean, born and raised in Maryville, I'm dedicated to serving all clients. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, a growing family looking to find a larger home, stepping into the luxury market, or navigating the sale of an estate. When dealing with one of life's largest investments, you need a realtor you can trust, and I would love to help. Remember, talent makes it happen, you make it home. Go Rebels!
Are you facing the challenge of burying piping, wires, or conduits underground? Here's the game changer, Underground Connection. The underground drilling and boring experts since 2005. They do directional boring, the method of choice when traditional trenching isn't feasible, or when you desire minimal surface disturbance. Your go-to team for all commercial and residential underground drilling work, including rock, is Underground Connection. Fully licensed, insured, and proudly TDOT and gas approved. Call now, 865-406-4127. Don't let traditional trenching hold you back. Call 865-406-4127 or visit undergroundconnectioninc.com. You'll be glad you did.
From the HEP Plumbing Studios, we want to be your plumber. This is WDKW, Maryville, Knoxville, 95.7 Duke FM. Your home for Maryville Red Rebel Athletics.